Welcome to the Face the Music Podcast. What's up, everybody? My name is Matt, and I'm your host. Welcome to episode 30. Stay tuned for our top 10 songs of the week, and my very special guest today, Mr. Anthony Copozzi of Lost Becomes, is on the show. 30 episodes in. You ready? Let's do it. Welcome to the Face the Music Podcast. What is up? And welcome to episode number 30. I cannot believe we're at this point already. 30 episodes in, and so much cool shit has happened, and still so much more to come, including the Linkin Park Roundtable episode airing this December, and live performance happening November 15th at Shaker's Pub in Oakdale. Relive all of your favorite Face the Music moments on Spotify and YouTube. What's been your favorite moment so far with this podcast? Let me know in the comments. I hope you all had a great week. Mark, thank you so much for coming on the show last week. Big things are coming for Electrocutioner next year. Let's boost these boys up and help them out. Make sure that you go stream Harbinger, buy some merch, go see them live. Get the word out about this powerhouse thrash band. Now, on today's show, we have Anthony Copozzi, the frontman for the band Lost Becomes. I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. Lost Becomes is one of the hottest emerging bands right now. That's coming up in just a little bit, so keep it right here on the Face the Music Podcast. Next week, we will have the New York legend of the underground, a man who just spent the last 2 years on tour with Ace Frehley, who brings an incredibly energetic and fun stage show with a hard-hitting, head-banging soundtrack. Mr. Kor Razik will be on the show. Now, I do want to make it a point to say we are officially in October, so if you're interested in coming on the show, hit me up ASAP. I'm officially booking into November now, and before we know it, it will be December, and December is going to be very busy for me, so I'm only going to be doing maybe 1 to 2 interviews tops going into December, just due to what I have planned to close out the year. It's going to be very hectic. Also, I'm right in the middle of moving right now, so that's going to take some time too. But don't wait, because December is going to be here before you know it. And once I start interviewing in December, that's easily going to be bleeding into the new year. So, bands, if you have shows or music that you want to promote, tell me about it so I can shout it out on the show. You can either hit me up on Instagram at the Face the Music Podcast or email me at theftmpod@gmail.com. And I do want to make it a point to say this is not Long Island exclusive. I'm trying to grow off of this island. I put bands on the show from all over the world. And I would hope that every band that is unsigned that I've shared is sharing this with their fans and their friends, and you know, their listeners can turn into my listeners. And in turn, that means if you need help promoting your shows, just shoot me a message saying, hey, I have this show coming up. Can you mention it? And I'll be more than happy to. That's what this whole thing is about, is helping out unsigned artists and getting you exposure. So if there is anything that you need me to shout out, mention, new music coming up that you want promoted, just let me know. I don't charge anybody for this shit. I do this for free. So if you need help, let me know. I'm more than happy to help you. Now, for all of my first-time listeners, it is my pleasure to officially welcome you all to the Face of Music family. I hope that you like what you hear. Make sure that you go check out all the other great episodes of the Face of Music podcast. You've got a lot of catching up to do. But I am very, very happy that you're here. When you're listening, it's our time to just hang out together and forget about all the insanity in life. Forget about all the negativity, all the bullshit out there. There is no room for politics here. There's no worry, there's no stress here. I'm here to talk with you about hard rock and metal music and expose you to some more great music you may not have even heard of yet, including at least 3 independent artists every single week, and bring you some fun and entertaining discussions from artists that you may know and love, such as Chris Kontos of Machine Head and Jason Bittner of Shadows Fall, to artists that you may not know yet. Thank you for tuning in, and I sincerely hope you enjoy the experience. Now, for all of my returning listeners, welcome back, my friends. Thank you for listening week after week, and thank you for joining me once again on another episode of the Face of Music podcast. Much love to you all, and I'm so thankful to have your support. Now, speaking of support, I want to give a very special shout out, as I do every single week, because these people deserve it. Dead Within Days, Gavel Down, Riff Haven Audio, Moon Groove Records, Oceanside, John Gunther, Rob Moon, Mike Mars, the band Kill Baron last week. Over the top promotion shouting out, dude. I'm such a fan of these guys already, and I can't wait to have them on the show to interview them at some point. I can't wait to get them up to Long Island and see them play. But aside from them, Resist the Temptation and Sam from Bleed the Gods and Cross Island Connect, all of you are incredible. Thank you so much for sharing everything every single week. I never have to worry about it, and I have your back just as much as you have mine. I appreciate that to the moon and beyond. But if you want your name added to that list, as I shout these people out every single week, all you have to do is just share something and tag me. I keep track of this shit through the week. So if you want mention, if you want to be shouted out next week, just share something and tag me so I see it, and I will be more than happy to shout you out. But yeah, it really is that simple. Now, I'll be honest, guys, if you're listening right now, you're already doing the one thing that I want everybody to do, which is listen to the podcast. But I'm sure that you're sitting there asking yourself, man, this podcast is awesome. How can I help it grow? Well, that is really funny that you should ask that. I have 3 ways that you can do that, and they're all free, and they're all quick, and it's easy. So, first up, I want you to follow the podcast and listen every week. You're already doing this. This is what I would call the hard part. It's the most time-consuming part of this whole thing. Number 2, follow the Instagram and Facebook pages. Just follow me on socials. Comment on posts. If there's a poll, throw your 2 cents in there. This is my podcast, but this is our community. So I really like hearing what you guys have to say about things. I like, obviously the engagement is cool, but I like knowing what's going on in my community. So, being as your voices do matter quite a bit to me, let me know. Give me some feedback. And then finally, number 3, share the page or a post. If you're listening right now, you definitely know somebody else who would also enjoy, so spread the word, tell them what's up. Metalheads do not travel in ones. We have groups. This is a community. We grow it as a community. Tell your friends you know somebody else that listens to metal. You know somebody else that's going to be like, oh shit, I didn't know about that. Tell them. I put a lot of work into this, guys. I really want this to grow, and you guys are really crucial to that growth. I feature signed and independent bands every week from all over the world. And now I'm not talking about like the local band version of all over the world, like announcing a tour that they're playing 7 dates in the same state. I'm talking like USA to Canada to South America to Europe to Australia, legitimately all over the fucking world. So you could very well find your new favorite band right here. I only promote the bands that I feel truly bring something to the table, something worth really paying attention to. So I promise I'm not going to waste your time. I hope you found some great bands to listen to because of this podcast. I know that I definitely have. Now, at this point, you also may be asking yourself, is there a way I can support in other ways? Do you have any merch that I could buy? Again, that's an amazing question. Really. I do have shirts and official Face the Music podcast bottle opener keychains for sale right now. Keychains are $3, shirts are 12. Hit me up on Instagram or email me if you want to buy. I have Zelle, I have Venmo. If you're local, I can do cash. If I got to ship, you can probably tack on about $10 for shipping in there. If you come to a Face the Music event, though, I will always have the stuff on the table as well. If you do happen to be at a Face the Music event, like let's say November 15th at Shakers, there will be a new flavor of hot sauce on the table too. I'm not going to tell you what flavor it's going to be yet, but I can tell you it was an absolute fan favorite from a few years ago. So make sure that you grab a bottle while they last, because I would pretty much guarantee you it's going to sell out that night. My friends, if you are ready, I am ready. Let's get into the Week 30 Top 10 songs. Now, if you've been here a little while, you know the drill by now. But if you're new, here's a quick rundown for you. If you're watching this on Spotify, you're going to hear all the songs in the top 10 as intended. But unfortunately, if you're watching on YouTube, I have to cut the song clips out due to copywriting, and I really don't want to get flagged. So if you're watching YouTube, I apologize. The clips are not going to be featured. If they are, it's because I have just encountered 3 days of computer issues, and I just said, fuck it, and take the hit and throw it up there. And if I get flagged, I get flagged. Not a common occurrence, though. So if you want to hear the show as intended, get over to Spotify. Nothing I could do about the YouTube thing until they fix their whole licensing bullshit. But you can still listen to all the songs on the Face the Music Top 10s playlist on Spotify. The code, as always, will be at the end of the top 10, and it's also in the link that's on my socials. 30 weeks in, we have over 300 songs. That's over 20 hours of carefully curated, truly fantastic hard rock and metal music for you to enjoy. This week, we are going to mix things up a bit. We're going to have some newer songs, and we're going to throw it way back with some other bands. We're going to have a fucking slamming top 10 today, guys. I hope you enjoy this. We're going to hear from Wolves of Oz. We're going to hear from Dark Divine, from Mudvayne, Unearth, 12-Foot Ninja, Lamb of God, Forbidden, Fake Out, Nonpoint, and Dark Delirium. Starting things off today, at number 10 from Norway, we have goth metal band Dark Delirium. Like many other newer bands, Dark Delirium started during the 2020 pandemic by two brothers, Simeon and David Exey, and their cousin Halvar Moen. I apologize if I am fucking up these names. The band released 2 albums in 2021 as a 3-piece and toured Norway with 2 hired guns on bass and drums before finding permanent members in Christopher Fixvet on drums and, oh man, I'm so sorry, Tragiv Rosland on guitar. I hope I didn't butcher that. The band is very forward, though, about their representation of mental illness in their music, which gets portrayed through storytelling and through metaphor. The band's last full-length came out in 2024, and in April of this year, they dropped a brand new song. So this is their most recent single. It kicks off our number 10 of Week 30. This is Dark Delirium out of Norway with Envy watching the throne. Number 9, coming from the UK, we have Fake Out. This band is heavy as a motherfucker, but they bring the bounce, they bring the groove, and they don't take themselves all that seriously, which is great because they're just focused on making excellent heavy music. Doesn't matter if it's hardcore, doesn't matter if it's metalcore. According to the band's Spotify bio, they make dumb heavy music. You know what, guys? Kudos. Honestly. It slams, and that's the goal. This is the band's debut single. First thing that they've ever released. Let's show them a lot of love with this one. Crank it up. Go give them a follow and keep an eye on these guys at number 9 out of Sheffield, UK. This is Fake Out with Facade. Coming in at number 8. Well, guys, we are officially in October. Fucked up, right? Time for pumpkin spice. Leaves on the ground, trees and flowers dying, and that can only mean one thing. Halloween is right around the corner. The day where little kids fiend for candy like it's meth, and where adults sit home watching horror movies as they slowly realize they've become a slave to their doorbell, and kids dressed like Squid Game soldiers come and just steal shit off their front porch. It's also the time of year where we hear from all the spooky bands, like Ghost, like Motionless in White, AFI, and the final boss of Halloween metal, Ice Nine Kills. Well, admittedly, I do enjoy me some Halloween metal, and I found a band this week that makes it a mission to keep the spooky season alive year-round. The band is Dark Divine out of Orlando, Florida. The band is newer in terms of the mainstream, but they have been around for a few years now, starting back in 2021. Dark Divine got a solid taste of touring with some truly massive names this past summer on the Summer of Loud tour, where they kicked things off every show, and they played among some of the biggest names like Beartooth, I Prevail, The Amity Affliction, Devil Wears Prada, Alpha Wolf, and Killswitch Engage. Having found them now, I kind of regret not checking them out at Summer of Loud, but that's the beauty of streaming music, right? These guys are legit heavy ass music. They have fun with what they do. They're among the ranks of the other Halloween metal greats. Go check them out. Add them to your Halloween party playlists. At number 8, this is Dark Divine with Halloween Town 2, Welcome Home. Number 7, coming our way from Peoria, Illinois, we have Mudvayne. With Mudvayne back in full swing, there was a lot of online discussion about them and what I thought was pretty fucking mind-blowing, guys. There's so many people out there who seem to think that the band's career began with LD50. That Dig was like the first song Mudvayne ever wrote or some shit. I hope you guys know that there was an entire album before LD50. You know that, right? Of course you do, FTM fam. In 1996, Mudvayne released their EP Kill Iota, and this was re-released in 2001 under Epic Records as Beginning of All Things to End, which also added 3 bonus tracks to it, 2 remixes of Dig, and then the 1-track LD50, which is like a soundscape, sound collage that's about 17 minutes long, and it appears as interludes throughout the LD50 album. Very cool little nugget of Mudvayne history for those who didn't know, but we do our research here, right, friends? Right. We're going to throw it way back today with Mudvayne, all the way back to Kill Iota at number 7. This is Mudvayne with Seed. Number 6 this week, we take it over to Australia, where I hear they're busier than a cat burying shit on concrete. At least Stevik McKay is anyway. The band is 12 Foot Ninja, and boy has it been a busy ride for this band. Stevik, or Steve McKay, is the mastermind behind the band, and for quite a long time, the band held a pretty consistent lineup of Shane Russell on drums, Rowan Hayes on guitar, Damon McKinnon on bass until 2019, and then David DeVent on bass through 2024, and Nick Barker, otherwise known as Kinetic, on vocals until his departure in 2023. 12 Foot Ninja is currently being restructured. All the songs are being written for a new album and produced by Stavik, and a new band will hopefully be emerging soon, as updates from Steve have been slowly coming through, but it seems as though the new band surrounding him will be more of a hire-on type of situation, as artistic alignments were no longer present with the former lineup, and McKay cleaned house after Ken left the band. While the classic lineup was together, they made some amazing art. Really. From their absolutely fucking fantastic music to the hilarity of their music videos, 12 Foot Ninja had something truly special, and I hope that whatever the next chapter of this band holds, it can still deliver the goods. I have faith in Stevik. I think we're in for some fun stuff. If you've never heard of this band, I'm so happy to be the one to introduce you, but trust me when I tell you that their music is best consumed with the music videos that they've made. Especially for the song that I'm about to play for you right now. One of the best they've ever done, and I'll be real, they look fucking badass too. But see if you can catch a few of the Easter eggs in the video that the band dropped in there too. It's very subtle. Very subtle and right at the beginning. So let me know if you catch them. Tell me in the comments. My friends, have you been busy? If you get it, you get it. At number 6 this week, this is 12 Foot Ninja, One Hand Killing. Coming in at number 5 this week, out of Knoxville, Tennessee, we say howdy to an insanely talented bunch by the name of Wolves of Oz. Wolves cites influence from Issues and Linkin Park to Post Malone and The Weeknd. They put a very unique spin on what we've been calling new metalcore, adding some elements of gent, pop, and R&B to create a really cool crossover sound that will undoubtedly appeal to a massive crowd. They are a people-pleasing band in the best sense of the phrase, which I mean with zero ill intent. This is the kind of band that's very important to the growth of rock and metal. It doesn't sound like everything else that you hear on Octane, the overproduced bullshit. And it doesn't sound like anything that I think you'd ever normally hear on pop radio or at a local bar. Unless, of course, you're in Tennessee and Wolves of Oz is playing. These guys have a very special it factor, and I'm very excited to see where this sound takes them. They're a few years old now, but they've made their mark and they've done it right. Boys, if you are hearing this, make your way east and let's get you on a show here in New York. At number 5, out of Knoxville, Tennessee, this is Wolves of Oz with their 2022 single, Don't Hate the Player, Hate the Game. Number 4, we're going to throw down with Fort Lauderdale new / alt metal band Nonpoint. Nonpoint have been around since 97 and they are one of the heaviest hitting ass kicking bands out there. These guys are one of the most criminally underrated bands alongside bands like Seven Dust. They absolutely fucking destroy live and on record. Originally founded by vocalist Elias Soriano and drummer Rob Rivera, one of the hardest hitting drummers that I've ever seen, by the way. And after a couple of lineup changes, their current lineup sits with Rashid Thomas on guitar, on rhythm guitar anyway, Adam Waslin on bass, and Jason Zelstra on lead guitars. Just about a month ago, Rob Rivera, during an interview, said it's time for the band to release a new full-length album, saying they have about 17 or so songs ready to go. This would mark the band's first full-length release since their 2018 album, X. The band has released singles and EPs through the years, all of which kick the utmost ass, but I am very, very excited with the promise of a new full-length album. If you have not seen this band live, go see them. They never stop touring. If you've never heard this band before, pause the podcast now. Go listen to the band immediately. At number 4 this week, off of the band's 2014 album, The Return, this is Nonpoint with Breaking Skin. Let's do a quick recap of our top 10 so far before we get into our top 3 songs. At number 10, we had Dark Delirium, Envy, Watching the Throne. Number 9, we had Fake Out, Facade. At number 8, we had Dark Divine with Halloween Town 2, Welcome Home. Number 7, we had Mudvayne with Seed. Number 6, we had 12 Foot Ninja, One Hand Killing. Number 5, we had Wolves of Oz, Don't Hate the Player, Hate the Game. And at number 4, we just heard from Nonpoint with Breaking Skin. Number 3 this week, we go on up to Beantown. Out of Boston, Massachusetts, we have metalcore titans Unearth. Unearth, formed back in 1998 by Buzz McGrath, Mike Rudberg, Chris Rebicki, and Ken Susi, shortly after inception adding Trevor Phipps to vocals. Currently, the band consists of Buzz McGrath on lead guitar, Trevor Phipps still on vocals, Chris O'Toole is on bass, and Mike Justinian on drums. On rhythm guitar now is Peter Lehman. A couple of years back, there was a little bit of a shakeup in the band as longtime guitarist Ken Susi ended up leaving Unearth to join the most toxic human being alive, Tim Lambesis, on the second incarnation of As I Lay Dying, which saw the original lineup completely and finally tell Tim to go fuck himself. Tim hired new members to keep what was left of this touring band alive. Spoiler alert, that didn't last long. Anyway, back to bands that don't have a fucking scumbag as a frontman. Unearth picked up their pieces and got back out on the road and in studio. Their most recent studio release came out in 2023, entitled The Wretched, The Ruinous, and picked up exactly where the band left off. The band's live show is still incredible. They still have this colossal energy about them. I had the absolute pleasure of sharing the stage with Unearth a while back, and they were so cool to everybody. They were so polite, so normal and down to earth. And when they got on stage, they just leveled the place. It was incredible. They started 2025 this year by touring with Lacuna Coil, with In Flames, and Machine Head on Machine Head's Unatoned album cycle. Unearth is an incredibly consistent band, and they are legendary in the metal genre, and they have stayed at the top of their game when it comes to the quality that they put out. Go see them live. Don't miss your chance to see one of the greatest of all time. At number 3 this week, we're throwing it all the way back to 2018 off of the band's Extinctions album. This is arguably one of my favorite Unearth songs ever. This is Incinerate. Number 2. Again, guys, we're throwing it all the way back with this one. Nothing quite like a good deep cut every once in a while. The band is Lamb of God out of Richmond, Virginia. Lamb of God are legends in metal music, Randy being one of the best metal frontmen to ever exist, despite not being anything close to a metalhead himself, which is just pure irony in its truest form. Lamb of God started up in 1994 under the name Burn the Priest before changing their name to Lamb of God in 99 to avoid being mistaken for a satanic metal band. The band currently consists of longtime members John Campbell on bass, Mark Morton and Willie Adler on guitars, Randy Blythe on vocals, and Art Cruz of Winds of Plague and Prong fame on drums, after taking over for original drummer Chris Adler in 2019 after Chris was dismissed from the band. Now, I know this may or may not be a shared sentiment, and it is absolutely no insult to Art, but I miss Chris Adler in this band, man. Chris was such an innovator behind the kit. He was just coming up with crazy drum parts. His footwork is incredible, and the way his mind writes is so fucking fascinating. He added so much to the band. He made it look so easy. And while Art can play everything that Chris wrote as written, I feel as though when it comes to Art's writing, it feels very safe. It's very in pocket, not really as innovative, or I don't want to use the term flashy or ostentatious, but, well, flashy and ostentatious. Art's a hell of a drummer in his own right, and Lamb of God has released a ton of ass kickers with Art behind the kit. But for today, I want to throw it all the way back to 2004's Ashes of the Wake. At number 2 this week, this is Lamb of God with Blood of the Scribe. And finally, our week 30 number 1 song. Now, a couple months ago, I featured someone who is a god on the drums. Someone who is an original member of one of my favorite bands of all time. The man responsible for one of the most recognizable drum intros of all time, which led into one of the best metal drumming performances ever recorded. The band, of course, is Machine Head, the song is Davidian, and the drummer is Chris Kontos. Chris has played with so many bands through his amazing career, but his most recent home is with thrash band Forbidden. Forbidden has been around since '85. They're an extremely well-known and well-respected band, also referred to as one of the big six of Bay Area thrash alongside greats like Testament, Death Angel, Exodus, Violence, Laz Rocket. The band has gone through a few lineup changes through their career, but their most current lineup sits with Chris Contos on drums, Craig LoCicero on guitar, Matt Camacho on bass, and Norman Skinner on vocals. When I interviewed Chris, their brand new single, Divided by Zero, had just come out, and they made sure that we all knew Forbidden was back to fuck shit up. The band just dropped their second single the other day, the next release off of a highly anticipated album that has yet to be officially announced, but the song will be our number one song of Week 30. Out of the legendary San Francisco Bay Area, this is Forbidden with Mutually Assured Dysfunction. You can check out the full songs on the Face of Music Top 10s playlist on Spotify by either searching or scanning the code that is on your screen now. All right, guys, let's talk about some upcoming shows. We got quite a few. So, next Saturday night, October 11th, 2025, at City Sound Studios in Ronkonkoma, New York, horror metal band Uchikatsu takes the stage, featuring support from the highly anticipated return of The Stitched Up. Also joining them, we have Take the Flame, Gas Leak, and Letters to Milena. 6:30 p.m. show starts, $18 to get in. This is an all ages event, but there will be no alcohol at this event. Please respect the venue. Please respect the bands. Don't show up shit-faced and make problems. Next, we have the Monster Mosh show. So if you are not aware, every year, 3 bands put on their annual Monster Mosh Halloween show. The bands are all friends of the Face of Music podcast. We have Resist the Temptation. We have Dead Within Days, who just dropped a brand new single, Burn. Go check it out. And we have Pathmaker. Every year, same location, Polish-American Independent Club in Port Jeff, New York. This year, they have Terrigenous opening the show. Both Resist the Temptation and Dead Within Days are releasing their EPs at the show. Pathmaker is going to be headlining this event. Tickets are $20. Each band performs a full set and usually throws a few covers in there as well. Costumes are heavily encouraged. This is a Halloween themed show. There will be a costume contest, and it takes place November 1st, 2025. This is a Saturday night, so there are no excuses for missing the show. This event will sell out. The bands do not have many tickets left, so if you plan on going, hit them up now. With admission, you also get all non-alcoholic beverages included for the night. Show starts at 7 p.m. and I will be seeing you guys there. Unless, of course, I don't get my tickets and then I'm fucked. But I plan on being there. Next up, November 14th, Amityville Music Hall, presented by Cross Island Connect. We have Escuela Grind. We also have Nora, God's Eyes, Faka, The Rule of Thumb, and the second show of my friends in Bleed the Gods. This one is special for a few reasons. Now, first up, we have Rule of Thumb. Rule of Thumb is releasing an EP at this show. Number 2, Bleed the Gods is releasing their EP at this show. Number 3, this is the 50th show Cross Island Connect is doing. And lastly, and most importantly, it's my good friend Sam's birthday. Sam, of course, is the vocalist for Bleed the Gods. He runs everything behind the scenes with Cross Island Connect. Sam is turning 39. Happy birthday, my friend, and I can't wait to see you there and party with you. Guys, show up, come throw down for an entire night of great music. One day later, I hope you guys are ready. I've been promoting this every single week since we were able to announce it. This is a really, really big event for the Face and Music podcast. So I need everybody to show up for me. For fans of Linkin Park, this is for you. This is a show that's going to be part of the Linkin Park roundtable discussion that I keep talking about. It will air in December. This roundtable will not be like every other episode of the podcast. It's going to be a very special format featuring 10 special guests that are going to come on and talk about the career of the band and, of course, the late, great Chester Bennington. The roundtable date will be announced once all the participants are selected. I still have a few slots left, so if you're interested in being a part of this, if you're a fan of Linkin Park, don't be shy. Hit me up, okay? You're going to be in real good company. We're going to keep things super fun and relaxed, and we're just going to have a good time with it. But I think I'm down to 5 or 4 slots left. So don't wait. Hit me up if you want to be a part of this. Okay. It's going to be a very, very special event. But to coincide with that, I'm proud to announce that Saturday, November 15th at Shaker's Pub in Oakdale, New York, not only will I be making my return to the stage for the first time since 2020, right before the pandemic, I will be debuting my Linkin Park tribute or cover band, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'll call it a project. My Linkin Park project, Project Zero. I'll be doing so with Mr. Tom Gallagher and Joe DeMeo of Soul Searcher on vocals and bass, respectively. Dylan Franton of Resist the Temptation will be on rhythm guitar. Alec Rogers, formerly of The Unpermitted, behind the kit. Alex Krauss of The Stitch Stop rapping, and on samples, Mr. Travis Parker and myself playing lead. We will be paying tribute to the band that had a massive impact on all of us, as I said before, as Project Zero. Paying homage to the band's beginning as Zero before they were Linkin Park, and Project Revolution, the legendary touring festival that they toured on multiple times. Joining us on stage November 15th at Shakers, we have my friends and show alumni, skate punk, pop punk band Oceanside. New alt metal band Rominer will be joining us and making their return to the stage after years away. After releasing their incredible new album Hearts Run Dark, my friends and podcast alumni Gavel Down is on the show. Entry for this event is $15. There are no tickets to buy. You're just going to buy them at the door. Tickets are $15, like I said. Doors are going to be at 6 o'clock. The first band hits the stage at 7. Project Zero will also be filming our entire set that night. The whole performance will be featured throughout the roundtable episode for Linkin Park, as I said, airing in December. So again, quick rundown. November 15th at Shaker's Pub, $15 admission. Show starts 7 p.m. Make sure you are there early and stay until the show is done. It's going to be over before 11, guys. I don't want to hear that it's too late. We're young. Be alive. This is a big one. I haven't played in 5 years. I would love it if everyone could come out and support and reciprocate some of the support that I show so many people right here on the Face the Music podcast. If you are interested in being a part of the roundtable, email me immediately at the ftmpod@gmail.com with Linkin Park in the subject line. I cannot take everybody if I exceed 10 entries. I unfortunately can't take everyone, but I will find a way for everyone to be a part of this. I still have, like I said, maybe 5 spots left, so don't wait if you want to be a part of this. Please, like I said, don't be mad, don't be upset. It's gonna, I don't know how yet I'm gonna make sure that everyone's a part of this who wants to be a part of it, though. It's purely due to the amount of space that I'll have available, so I can't do Zoom. It's going to be in person only. I have a bunch of information on my Instagram about it, so go look it up, but don't wait to email me to get into the discussion part. I just want to add, though, as a side note, make sure that you go check out the Riff Haven audio podcast if you're looking for some cool information from a seasoned pro who also happens to be a friend of mine and a hell of a good guy. Dan Ferguson of Gavel Down started his own podcast, and he's got some cool tips from teaching you about home recordings to live production. Cheers, Dan. I can't wait to see you on November 15th at Shakers, my dude. Not a whole lot to talk about in music news this week. Been a pretty quiet week until tonight when Trivium dropped a fucking atom bomb out of nowhere. Trivium's longtime drummer and all-around god of the skins, Alex Bent, has departed from the band. This is extremely sudden as the band is prepping for tour. They're supposed to be starting this tour in the next couple of weeks. It's extremely out of nowhere. They've been writing new material. They're on the precipice of releasing their brand new 3-song EP due out on Halloween this year. Alex is going to be damn near impossible to replace after 9 years of some of his most incredible performing of his career. I sincerely wish him nothing but the best, and I hope everything's okay on his end. His drumming pushed Trivium further and further, taking their songwriting to ridiculous levels. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Trivium can land a guy like Brooks Wackerman or Eloy. I don't know. Those are the only two guys that I can think of off the top of my head that can handle what Alex has been doing. But yeah, it sucks to see him go. It sucks to know that Trivium's gonna have to rebuild again with a new drummer. But I mean, hope for the best. I hope everything's okay. I do. I want to take a second and just point out, because of a completely and incredibly biased opinion on my end here, there are so many new albums coming out in the fourth quarter of this year. It's incredible, really, how many are dropping. But I have to say, because I am such a diehard for this band, the new Orbit Culture album, Death Above Life, is officially out now. Listen, support one of the biggest rising acts in metal. These guys have gone from a blip on the radar to being, one of the biggest names on any festival or bill that they're a part of in just a few very short years. So go support them. Go check out Death Above Life. Aside from Orbit, we have, just this month alone, Arch Enemy, Greyhaven, John 5, Biohazard, Heavy Hitter, Testament, Sabaton, Acacia Strain, Dayseeker, Mammoth, Trivium, Avatar, Despised Icon, Spite, Silence. So much killer shit coming up. And that's just October. November, December still has more coming our way. Go buy physical music. Pre-save on streaming. Take advantage of Spotify, Apple Music, all that shit. But go buy physical too if you like what you hear. This week's special guest is a truly phenomenal frontman in one of the hottest rising bands out of New York right now. The band is Lost Becomes. I sat down with Anthony on a Zoom a couple weeks ago, and we talked about the band, about his influences, about growing up in a small metal scene, and really having to carve your own path. This was a great talk. Anthony is a really, really cool dude. It was a really good time. Make sure you get out there and you support Lost Becomes, and come hang December 19th when they play Amityville Music Hall with an insanely stacked lineup, including I Ignite, A Farewell Fire, The Greater Us, and big shout out to my friend Chuck McNally. His brand new original band Hollow Isles will be making their debut at this show. This one is $15, Dave Show at the door. Without further ado, Mr. Copozzi, welcome to the show, my friend.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Sitting here with Anthony from Lost Becomes, just to get the intro out of the way. And yeah, dude, you guys have quite a bit of stuff going on, right?
Yeah, it feels like a lot. Then when I look back, I'm like, oh, we're doing nothing. Everything feels like a hamster wheel.
Well, it's nothing but a lot at the same time, though.
Yeah,
right?
that's mildly what I'm stressed out about. I don't know if that's going to be in, but I was talking about how stressed I was.
Yeah. Yeah, I started recording before, we officially greeted, but I usually clip just up to the intro and then we go from there.
Gotcha.
But Yeah, dude. I don't really clip anything out unless I absolutely need to. If you know,
Gotcha. I'm gonna try
um,
not to say anything crazy.
you can say
But
whatever you want to say. I mean, you know my ground rules. You can curse, you can say whatever you want, but
gotcha.
that's really my only limitations. So I saw, um, I wanted to go out to that show you guys just played on the island a few weeks ago. I couldn't make it out, but
Oh, that's all good,
so
dude.
so that you just signed on for another one, coming out December. I forget the date. I think 14th, something like that, at
Uh,
AMH
have December 19th with
19th. Okay,
a farewell fire,
I
Lost
ignite.
Becomes, I Ignite, The Greater Us, and Hollow Isles.
Yeah, I'm friends with Chuck from Hollow Isles, so he was
Nice.
telling me about the show. He's a good dude.
Sweet.
I've been
Awesome.
waiting a long time for him to put an original project back together, so I'm excited for him.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm
Super
excited to
stacked
hear
show.
them. Yeah, I'm really excited. Plus AMH, like I always say stupidly, like I'd rather play earlier because I want to be able to
Yeah,
hang and party afterwards, but
yeah.
is what it is.
I'm assuming you guys are headlining that night.
I believe we're direct support to a farewell fire.
Okay.
So
I mean, you got plenty of time to party during that show.
yeah, I have rules. Like
Yeah.
I've broken those rules a few times, and dude, it's more for me where I'm like, huh? I'm out
Yeah.
of gas. Why? Oh, because I partied.
That makes sense. And I mean, as a
Yeah.
vocalist, you got to take care of yourself before you get on stage. So,
Yeah, it's so annoying. Everyone's like, "Why don't you talk to anybody?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna talk a lot."
yeah.
So,
Do you know the band Tala?
yeah, they just put a record out this year, right?
I think a few days ago, if not, I think
Yeah.
maybe a week ago at most. Justin from Tala, when they play before their show and after their show, he doesn't talk at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He does as much as he possibly can to preserve his voice, which I think is pretty cool. But the last time I saw Tala play, they were opening for either Avatar or All That Remains. But I went up to him after the show. I was like, "Hey, dude, how are you? I don't know if you remember me because we played with Tala, God knows how many times here." Um, and he was waving, smiling, and happy. But I was like, "You don't talk." He's like, "Mm-mm." It's all about the vocal preservation. So
And that's how
sometimes,
you, and that's really how you don't forget people's names and look like an ass.
yeah. Um, but yeah, man, it's important as a vocalist not to fuck your shit up like right away, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
I've had nights where like we'll do a weekend run and I got sick like the last night and I was like, "Huh, why do I feel weird? Oh, I have laryngitis. This is awesome." But I just powered through. Luckily, it was the last night. But yeah,
yeah. So when it comes to Lost Becomes, you guys have been doing this for how long now? 5 years, 6 years?
I joined the band in 2020, and I think they were doing it for 2 years, but officially they released music with me like in 2020.
Nice.
So
I remember I was following Brian's page on Instagram for a bit, and he was teasing that he was going to drop music out, and I was like, "Oh, that would be kind of cool," because I know him as like the metal
yeah,
chef and shit. And the first track that Lost Becomes dropped, I forget what it was, but I was like, "Dude, are you fucking kidding me with this? Like, it's so good,
you make
so
good
heavy."
meals and fun music. Like it's funny. I actually got in Lost Becomes via Vin from Moontooth.
Oh, cool.
Like it was, of course, the pandemic, and I was like, I think I'm done with music. Like
Hmm.
I think I'm good not playing anymore. And then he mentioned that Lost Becomes was looking for a singer, and I was like, I don't know, man. I was all freaked out. I didn't want to like we did COVID tests for
Yeah.
when people tried out. Well, when I tried out, and I've never gotten one, and I was like, I don't want to go through this. What if I get sick when I'm there getting the test?
Right.
It was still pretty early where things were like, oh, it's in the air. Are we able to hang out outside? But like my girlfriend at the time, fiance now, I was like having a panic attack in the bathroom before going to practice. I was like, I'm not gonna go. Like I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And she was like, come on, just go drive to Queens. It'll be fine. But yeah, I had no idea who any of them were.
Really?
I was told, hey, there's this guy Brian we're friends with. His band is looking for a singer. We think you'd be a perfect fit. A few of the Moon guys argue about who initially said that I would be a good fit, but I'm gonna give the credit to Vin. And now our guitarist Anthony, we're the two Tonys.
Yeah.
He admits, he goes, yeah, back then I didn't like you. So because we had Anthony Heat, so it was weird. But he was like, yeah, I just told them you were weird, which I am. I completely am. I'm the weirdest guy ever. But like he mildly takes credit for it, but I'm gonna give it all to Vin.
So what were you doing prior to Lost Becomes that you kind of felt like this is a good clean break for me?
I was in this band Thracian. Uh I joined up with them after my project Carve Your Niche kind of faded out and Thracian's vocalist quit because he had life going on.
Yeah.
And I tried out and the drummer Joe Zerbo, who I was just at his wedding over the weekend, he was like, man, come on, just join the band. And then Thracian during the pandemic, like everyone had opposing views, and I was like, let's just respect each other and just work from home.
Yeah.
It's fine. We put out a 2-song EP and everyone just seemed done with it. And then I was just like, I think I'm good. Like I can just, if we make music, we make music, but I'm gonna focus on whatever it is that I'm gonna do.
Mm.
And just yeah, I was like, it's funny. Ageman, that's our drummer now,
Hmm.
because Alec was the original drummer. Lost Becomes. Ageman and I had a phone call, and it was like an hour long of us going, "Are we done? I think we're done." I look at him on weekend runs and like just tours in general, and I'm like, "Look at us, we were done." And now my back hurts from sitting in the van holding gear, and I'm like, "We're still doing this."
Yep.
So,
How long have you been doing vocals in bands?
in bands, probably 2008, like after high school, I
Mm.
found me and the Carve Your Niche guitarist Brian. I kind of helped him kick his old singer out because I was like, dude, this guy stinks. Let me do it. And I don't know why I was so cocky because I've never really sang in a band other than like a high school thing that was terrible, but it was
We
fun.
all have those.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I started with that and like I mean, I still have anxiety about it today. Like again, I'm weird. Like I don't like shaking hands. I barely like to fist bump. I was a germaphobe before everything.
Yeah.
Like and I'm pretty standoffish. I was just telling someone the other day, like I'm pretty standoffish before shows. Like I'll talk, but like I have an affection problem, I guess.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm very standoffish until after we play. Then I get it all out. I get all my anxiety out, and then I'm normal. Then I can go finally eat or drink whatever I want.
Yeah. I mean, you're not alone there. A lot of people are like that. You know,
Yeah.
performing is such a high anxiety thing. And like for I would say 90% of the musicians in the scene, that's our stress relief. You know, getting
Yeah.
on the stage and just leaving it all on the stage is like, okay, just forgive me for who I was 45 minutes before this.
I promise I'm not that weird.
You're in good company, man. I don't know many normal musicians, and that's kind of the charm of knowing musicians as a friend
Yeah.
circle. You know, we're all a little weird,
Yeah.
but in
And
a
it,
good way, you know?
yeah, no, exactly. And like, there's what is that? Like what am I looking for? Like, it's our tribe, I guess.
Hmm.
Like, oh, you like making noise.
Yeah.
You're just as weird as me.
One of us, one of us.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, dude. Musicians are kind of a rare breed, and vocalists among musicians are your own species entirely. So,
yeah. It's
um,
it's weird, like vocalists, like I've gotten it thrown at me before, like, oh, you're so egotistical. I don't want to blow up your head more. But and I'm like, dude, far from like I know it's weird to say I don't have an ego, but like far from it. Like I hate doing videos.
Mm,
I like interviews and recording. That's about it.
yeah. Well, it's the
Like,
fun stuff.
yeah,
Performing is great. Interviews are kind of nerve-wracking depending on like who's interviewing you, you know.
yeah,
It all depends on like the first like 2 minutes of an interview is really the make or break for the rest of the thing, you know.
yeah. It's like, oh, you're not going to talk to me? Sick. We're supposed to talk for 45 minutes.
It's like, all right, great. Now I'm leading the entire fucking interview that you're supposed to be conducting. This is
So, what's your
great.
favorite color?
Right. Like, are we done yet? Can we get out of here? Dude, been there. It's rough, you
Yeah,
know? But yeah, man. When people go to shows, like I don't think they understand like what's going on through the mind of the performer before they set foot on stage and like what a release that is when they get off stage. They're gonna be like, give me 5 minutes to enjoy this, and then I'm gonna
yeah,
go do all the bullshit, you know?
yeah. But
Um,
it's funny you say that because, like, every time I'm like in my head, I'll think, none of these people care. They just came to a show.
right.
Like, they do not give a shit. Like, everyone's like, oh, are you nervous? I'm like, yes, I'm nervous. They're like, but why? And I'm like, because I want to do well and not be an idiot.
Right.
Like, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, but these people don't care. Why do I care? But I have to care. Like Ric Flair kind of said, I'm paraphrasing here, but he was like, if you're not nervous, you're not doing the thing you want to do.
Yep.
So
You should be nervous.
always,
Nerves are good. Nerves mean that
yeah,
you're afraid of fucking up, and if you're not afraid of fucking up, then that means that you do have a big head. You know.
yeah, no, exactly.
I always looked at it the kind of the same way, is that like nerves are good. Don't be petrified. Don't let it like prevent you from doing what it is you want to do, but it's good to be nervous before you go on
Yeah,
performing or
exactly.
recording or whatever the case may be, you know?
If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing.
Right, exactly. Quite literally, that's exactly how I feel. Um, so now with your early bands, what is it that made you say like vocals are going to be the thing that you do? Like who inspired you?
Uh, Honestly, Michael Jackson and Ozzy Osbourne growing up, like I didn't understand what music was.
Mm,
Like I didn't know that people put records out or that they did it live. And when I saw a Michael Jackson concert on VH1, I believe it was, I was like, what is this? Why is everyone at this event? Like, and it kind of blew my mind. And then actually when Ozzy passed, I reminisced and I was like, oh yeah, my mom showed me Ozzy. That's why like they're the two starter influences and like Ozzy's mystique and like he could sing, but like
hmm
he also wasn't singing. I'm probably gonna get a bunch of hate for that. But like he was an every man just doing it, or an
Yeah.
every person. Like
hmm
it really showed that like Michael Jackson's probably one of the best, biggest pop stars to ever exist in our
Yeah.
lifetime.
That's fair.
And like Ozzy was just a normal dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I could do this. And then when I started figuring out how to record, because I don't know, I just have terrible ADHD and I can't memorize riffs or drum patterns. Once I got a laptop with GarageBand, I like started releasing music on my own and getting comfortable and be like, I think I can get rid of the panic and do this live.
That's awesome.
So
That's a good
then
jumping off point.
my sister actually said recently, like, Anthony, I can't believe you're like doing this like on these stages when I would make fun of you for recording and going, oh, Anthony's doing his screaming thing in the basement again. And I was like, yeah,
That screaming thing. I love it.
yeah,
Um, yeah, that was definitely when it comes to Ozzy, he was a fantastic bluesy singer.
yeah,
Which, with the music around him made him the metal legend that he became. But that was the thing with Black Sabbath is that they're just four normal guys. You know, they're not the celebrity guys that were like trying to be the rock stars. They were just four dudes that got into a garage one day and started playing, you know.
Yeah.
And that's half the allure about Black Sabbath is that anyone can do this shit, you know. You don't have to have that special thing. You just have to be good at making music and being collaborative with other people.
Yeah.
But you know, with Ozzy, he wasn't the best singer in the entire world, but he had the crowd eating out of the palm of his hand from like 1967 forward, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and Michael Jackson, I don't know if he ever sang a single note live with all his dancing and shit,
Yeah. I don't know.
but what
But
he,
like we're backing tracks. Yeah, I guess Milli Vanilli happened. So
oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna pretend that he did.
I mean, I'd like to believe that Michael Jackson did, but no matter how you look at the live performance in studio, he sang every note.
Hmm.
But the stage show, all he had to do was appear, and people were like passing out and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like that was a presence. We had never. I mean, we don't have that today. I think the closest we came to that was the Backstreet Boys.
I'm I'm trying to think. Who might it be today? I remember Justin Bieber having a little bit of that effect on
Yeah,
people.
Bieber had a run.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Bieber might be, but not today Bieber, like 16-year-old Bieber, which is creepy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
because I always try
Dude.
to remember back to like the Virgin Megastore in New York City. Like who was the biggest celebrities that came through there that like they had to shut down the city for? Jonas
Yeah.
Brothers, Bieber was definitely a big one, but people aren't like passing out and going crazy for shit now. Like I don't think there's that icon status with anybody right now. I mean,
Maybe like
I could be wrong, but
maybe with like K-pop artists. I think that's like
yeah,
the
maybe.
next thing. I just watched K-pop Demon Hunter for the first time. It was pretty
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't
Pretty
seen it yet.
okay. Yeah. Throw it on. See what you think.
I um I heard stuff about it, but I'm trying to like not I don't want to read too much into it. I want to like kind of just watch it for myself and see.
I went in blind
But
and drunk and I was like,
yeah.
okay,
That's
all
kind
right.
of that's kind of the experience that I'm looking to have with that.
Yeah. I sat and I showed my niece and nephew the Mudvayne Dig video and the Slipknot Left Behind video. And my niece was like, this isn't creepy because I fair warned them. I was like, this is weird. It's
Yeah.
creepy. They're not scary. And she's like, this isn't scary. And I'm like, oh, you watch K-pop Demon Hunter. I get it. You're desensitized. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Dude, that's funny to hear kids say this isn't scary because I found Slipknot and Mudvayne in my teens and I was like, yo, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah. The Spit It Out video, I didn't know it was a reference to the Stanley Kubrick movie, The Shining.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wait, what is this? This is terrifying. That and the Metallica video for one.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Dave and Kazaa.
Dude, Kazaa gets no respect, man. I love that computer program, dude. It was like it was poisoned for the home
Yeah,
computer, but
that and LimeWire.
did you hear about LimeWire today?
No.
LimeWire just bought Firefest.
Oh, how? How do they
Exactly.
have money?
I mean, I don't know how much you could buy Firefest for. It's not worth much, but apparently
Maybe that's how the,
LimeWire is still a thing, and they just purchased Firefest. So I'm like, well, I mean, there's no hope for Firefest now. Like, if there was a
yeah,
sliver of a chance, there's no hope now. But
it's gonna be filled with viruses.
I
Worse than it
mean,
was before.
it already was.
What was it? Cheese and tomato sandwiches?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was shit that you should never consider feeding your artists or your patrons.
yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. But
That's insane.
yeah, dude, like I remember all the way back when like TRL was a thing, you know, and you would have the Backstreet Boys on and like Christina Aguilera, all the pop music. But then you would get to a point in the countdown where it's like, we have The Dope Show by Marilyn Manson, Dig from
Yeah.
Mudvayne. It's like, oh God, this is fucking terrifying.
Was Dig on it? I know it was on MTV too, because then they
Um,
won the award.
I feel like it was at one point. Dig was the more commercial release for them. They had Death Blooms too, but I don't think Death Blooms would ever go on
Yeah, it
TRL.
never
That was
broke.
a twisted video.
Yeah.
Um, I know Manson was big on MTV
Manson
though,
was
so
huge
it's
because all
not.
those fans called in and said, "We want this,"
Yeah.
which is kind of cool because at the time that's all we had.
Yep.
Like, oh, use your phone,
Yeah.
not cell phone. It was connected to the wall and just, oh, call into this number. Your parents might get charged.
Yep.
So,
Call in as many times as you want. Your parents are gonna get that bill, and you're gonna get your
yeah.
ass kicked. But call in.
I remember my brother and sister would argue because my brother would do corn or some, I think it was Eminem also.
Yeah.
Corn, Eminem, and then my sister would be like, "I want to see NSYNC and Backstreet Boys," and I was like, and I guess that kind of shapes my musical taste these days because like I grew up in a house, I'm one of five, and like everyone listened to something else, and I was like, I need to find myself.
I had my parents are pretty like on opposite ends of the spectrum with music. My dad's huge into like classic rock and the blues and all that kind of shit. My mom was huge into like glam rock and Van Halen and like 90s music, and my sister grew up loving pop. So she was all things like Backstreet Boys and Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears. And like even to this day, we still debate on if NSYNC or Backstreet Boys is better. But I kind of like I kind of hated pop music growing up. I was like, this is kind of just shit. And then looking
Yeah,
back as an adult, I'm like, but all that stuff that I was calling shit as a kid was actually great now,
yeah.
you know?
I very early on embraced it. Like I would argue with my friends, like I was a Backstreet Boys kid,
Mhm.
and I was like, "NSYNC sucks," and they were like, "You're crazy," and I was like, "Yeah, Backstreet Boys, man." But really, I think NSYNC was better
There we go. We have a winner.
because I don't know, like Justin Timberlake alone, it even shown. Even though what's weird is Pharrell wrote that his like first solo record,
Yeah.
and it was meant to be for Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson was like, yeah, maybe. Like he was just recording stuff and never releasing it. So Pharrell went, I'm gonna give it to Justin. And all those songs were hits.
Yeah.
And Justin had a thing to do with it.
Mhm.
Like if it wasn't his voice, who knows? I mean, Dillinger Escape Plan covered one of those songs.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was on the EP leading into Greg joining, I believe. My timeline might be wrong, but they did like an EP and they did a bunch of covers. It had like Soundgarden on it, and then Ain't Nobody Love You Like I Love You.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that song, it it's weird quality, but
Mhm.
like it's sick. It was definitely self-recorded.
I didn't know like I'm not huge into Dillinger, but I didn't know that they had so many covers out there. Like I know they covered My Michelle by Guns N' Roses,
That, yeah.
which I thought was a fantastic cover. It was just so chaotic.
I think that's
But
on the, yeah, they called it the plagiarism EP.
that's awesome. I'm gonna have
And
to go
yeah,
listen to
dude,
it.
it's great. I think My Michelle is on it, unless that was on something else.
So that was the beauty of Kazaa and LimeWire is that
Yeah,
I stumbled on so much shit accidentally back then that there was no like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit and listen to this album. It was like, no, I'm gonna download fucking 4,700 songs and break my family's computer.
why can't I log on to the internet? I can only play Minesweeper.
I'll never forget, man. There was one day like I found the Pirate Bay
Dude,
and I went to town on the Pirate Bay, and my parents actually got like a internet flag saying that like we're gonna lose our internet access because I've been pirating so
dude,
much shit.
it was the seeding. If you seeded, you would
Yeah.
get the letter.
So that was the problem, is that I forgot to switch that.
Yeah. I like that half the people listening won't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Seeding. That sounds gross.
P to P. What the fuck is that? Something's telling me they're about to find out if Kazan makes
Yeah.
a comeback. That's gonna be. I feel bad for the people that are gonna find that irresponsibly.
Yeah, the amount of
I.
terrible videos my brother and I traded. He'd be like, check this out.
It's just somebody dying.
Yeah, you knew what I was talking about.
Oh man, come on, there's so many.
And then whenever my cousin would come over, he'd be like, look what I found. And I'm like, oh my God. Because it was rotten.com,
Oh
eBaum's
God.
World.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was
And then College Humor.
there's what? There's Lemon Party,
Yeah.
Meat Spin,
Meat
I think was
Spin.
another one.
Yeah. I used to have competitions with my friends to see who can get the highest number. And that's probably because of Jackass.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, dude. The videos that and even the accidental videos. I remember there was one time I downloaded what I thought was a copy of like a music video for Linkin Park, and it was some girl shooting herself in the head with a shotgun. I was like,
yeah,
"Mom!"
dude. Like, it's not funny, but you stumbling upon it is funny.
I was like, "Was that real? Oh my God, was that real?"
Yeah.
It's like 14-year-old me sitting in my basement freaking the fuck out because I just watched someone die on the internet.
Yeah.
Had I known what it was going to be a sign of things to come, but like,
Yeah. And now it's just all at our fingertips.
yeah, dude, that's
This is
crazy.
literally all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
Like sitting on AIM, I was like, can I just like walk around town sitting on AIM? Now
The
everyone's like, I hate it. I hate it. I'm like, no, I love it. Like if
the
people message me, like I've made so many weird friends with people being like, "Hey, your band should come here," and I'm like, "Book us."
yeah.
And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, you want to keep talking?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm terrible."
I'm what you call the worst. Let's be
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
No, man,
Let's.
that's good networking though. Like I've met a lot of people that way,
Yeah,
through just like, hey, do you want to do this show? Or hey, I think I saw you at that show last week, and then we just click and become friends. Like it's cool how that happens. So
yeah.
that's not a bad thing that you do that by any means.
What is that called? Like passerby friendships. Like sick show last week, right?
Yeah. Hey man, six set.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I would never talk to again.
No.
When I'm walking out of the venue ready to just like jump in front of a train, they're like, "Hey man, good set." I'm like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. Get away from me.
You know that wasn't good. Don't lie to me.
Yeah. I'm doing this for a reason.
Just let me go be myself for a little while, okay?
Yeah. I'm feeling my feelings. You do the same.
I remember I played with Affiance at AMH once in like I think 2015, and we ate shit so bad.
Oh,
It was
what
terrible.
was it? Like, what was the
Um,
issue?
Everything. No,
Like gear?
nobody. Yeah, like nobody in the band was on the same page. I think I had an issue with my guitar. My drummer wasn't paying attention to jack shit. So like he kept throwing us off, and it was a mess of a set. Um but when we were carrying our stuff out, like the whole band was arguing. And someone, as we're walking past, goes, "Hey man, you guys sounded really good." I was like, "Go fuck yourself, dude."
Yeah.
Just leave me alone. Let me be miserable. So now you said like doing harsh vocals anyway back in high school.
Yeah, like I would practice in the shower, and my mom was like, "Why are you taking so long showers?" And I'm like, "I promise I'm not doing that. I'm just yelling." And she was like, "I don't care. Don't tell me anything." Um, and then I got into Corn, then Slipknot. Well, Corn, Limp Bizkit, then Slipknot, and I was like, "What is this?"
Hmm.
Like, I really want to do this. What are they doing? How do you do that? And I was like, they tour? They play shows? What do you mean? Like, you're going to see them? How? How do I go to the city? And like, I didn't. The first concert I ever went to was Britney Spears because my mom had extra tickets for my sister's birthday, and she forced me and my brother to go. And my brother was like, "We're gonna go with binoculars," and I was like, "You're creepy. I'm creepy too." So then, yeah, just little by little, I would try writing lyrics. I would copy Papa Roach and reverse them and like reconfigure words and phrases. Then I started like sitting on the internet reading, like, and it's funny because like teachers growing up, they're like, his ADHD is real bad. He's never going to be able to like public speak or anything. And my mom's like, look at you now. Like,
Yeah,
that's so weird. Like, you're fine in front of a room. And I'm like, yeah, I literally just don't care. I have
that's
terrible anxiety about it, but I don't care at the same time. If
that's
you
the way to
hate me,
be.
you hate me. I don't give a fuck.
So you are a product of new metal, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
I don't know. It's mildly unfortunate because I feel like the bubble's about to burst,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping metalcore comes back really strong, and then
I mean, metalcore is kind of thriving.
yeah,
All depends who you see.
yeah,
But, you know, um the most popular genre that people are creating right now is metalcore.
yeah,
You know, I mean, deathcore too, I guess, but everyone's trying to be Lorna Shore. So,
yeah. Which I mean, of course, Lorna Shore is probably the biggest metal band right now. That's not a legendary act.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're up there for sure.
yeah,
And there's worse bands to try to emulate, you know. I mean,
yeah,
Lorna Shore, like they really have their shit down, you know, or the orchestration and like they actually know how to write a song, you know.
yeah,
That's so important. That's something that like so many people kind of bypass through the years is the art of writing a song.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, new metal it's kind of one of those things where it's like there's newer bands coming around in that genre. There's all the classic nostalgia acts, but I do feel like you're right with that. I feel like the bubble is kind of about to burst, that it's going to be like not as nostalgic anymore, or that, you know, I don't know, it's kind of a weird.
And right now, like, so new metal, when it was bastardized, like, Korn was like the start of it.
Yeah.
Really, it was Faith No More, but we're not going to get into that conversation. Like, Korn wrote that first record, and a lot of people keep talking about it. And I didn't get into that record. I still don't love that record. I was Follow the Leader on, Call Me a
Yeah.
Poser, whatever. But that was like when I got into it. But like, I feel like all these copycat bands at the time, like Flaw,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna make a list because then we'll be here forever.
Go for it.
Um, but like if you bought a CD, like you're like, what is this like eighth track? Like after like four tracks in, you're like, yo, this is all filler. Like
Yep.
I'm probably gonna get beat up, but Drowning Pool Sinner, like I listened back to that record and I was like, this is just two songs on a blank CD. Like,
It's yeah. Sinner was good when it came out, but looking back at it, there's a lot of filler.
and then I
And like,
read up on it. They rushed to write that record because they got the deal.
yeah.
And sometimes you strike gold when you're in the moment, but then other times, like, don't release that.
Yep.
Like, take your time.
And then they lost Dave Williams, which could have been,
Yeah.
you know, another huge stepping stone for the direction of the band.
Yeah, I think the second record with him could have been way better, but I mean, life happens. What can you do?
Yeah. I agree with you though. There's a lot of bands that like stayed underground that like on the one side they kept the new metal vibe alive, but on the other
Mhm.
side they just pack the filler in, you know.
Yeah.
Flaw being one of those bands. Um Power Man 5000 kind of dabbles in the new metal thing a little bit.
Yeah.
They're always a fun live show, but they're a fun live show. Like it's hard to translate that into a CD and just say I'm going to put on a Power Man album and listen to it, you know.
Yeah.
Um 40 Below for a little bit did the same thing.
Yeah.
Um they crammed an album full of like, yeah, we had the track, so we're going to use the track, you know. It wasn't until I think a couple albums in before they really found their groove with like how to write an album. But that was, that was kind of the thing then.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of cohesion happening song to song, you know. Um, and I don't know how you feel about it, but like the the Linkin Park side of things, like Linkin Park was huge in the new metal movement.
Yeah.
Huge. Whether you consider them to be a new metal band full on or just that gateway band, like they were the band for a minute. But they also had the cohesion song to song. Their albums all made sense. They fit into a nice little package. Not a whole lot of bands at the time were really trying to do that. Um, System had that with Toxicity.
Yeah.
The first album was not that.
No, that like everyone praises that record too, and I'm like, I don't know, they're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like it's great.
The
I go
songs
back to it.
individually were
Yeah.
fine, but
Yeah. But like I don't know, like Toxicity and On is really where I go. Then the last two records I don't really love.
mm,
Then people put them on. I'm like, oh yeah, I do like this record. Then I go back and I'm like, this isn't hitting like Toxicity.
yeah.
I don't know if those are the member berries or not.
I mean, Hypnotize and Mesmerize, they were solid albums when they came out, but they I feel like System was too advantageous with those albums because they were trying to go down a route where like they really were in unfamiliar territory, especially with how it was going to translate for their fans. They were heavy into the whole like almost concept of the album. Like none of it told a story, but
Yeah.
it had a theme, like an overlying musical theme to it. Um, and you could hear the difference between the two albums. But if they leaned into like what they wrote with Lonely Day and Soldier Side and really developed that into a story, that album would have been a banger. I mean, it is still, it's a great album, but
Yeah,
it's
it
not
did
as
well. Like, and then who are we to say any different? But this is just our opinion.
yeah. Well,
So
yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about music, dude. You could talk about it and have your opinion, and some people are going to be like, wow, that was a stupid ass opinion. And other people are going to be like, that's exactly how I feel.
yeah,
So, but yeah, no one should get pissed off over opinions.
yeah,
But yeah, like the early Corn stuff too, I agree with that. Like I found Corn with Follow the Leader. I didn't care about Life is Peachy. I didn't care about Issues so much. I do
yeah.
now, like I went back and listened to it, obviously, and it's great. But
Issues
for
had a lot of filler too for me. Like
mm,
my friend Dom and I will talk about it, like because he'll die on the hill of oh every Corn record's good
mm,
unless I'm misquoting him. I don't know, but but yeah, I think the Nothing was the last Corn record that I was like, wow, this is like amazing.
mm.
Like, and then everything else was just like, eh.
Corn is one of those bands where um they keep putting out new music, but I feel like they'd have more success just riding on the nostalgia,
Yeah, but
you
it
know?
gets like, I mean, dude, like we're a new band, like Lost Becomes, and I'm like, oh, let's just start playing newer stuff.
Hmm.
And it's like, why would we do that when we're playing in front of new people?
Hmm.
Play the stuff we just released this year, and it's like, yeah, I have to keep playing the same songs even though I don't want to.
Yeah,
And it's
but
funny, like people will come up to us and be like, "Oh, play like Grudge off of the first record," and I'm like, "We tried it and it didn't work live. Like we didn't write these songs for live.
yeah.
Like some of them we do, but a lot of the times we're like, this fits here, and then we're never gonna play it. Maybe
Hmm.
one day, but yeah.
So, what is your favorite song that you guys have to play live? Like, what's the one that means the most to you?
Damn, I never thought of that. The one that means the most to me. Uh, the song "Take It Apart," which we've thought about taking out of the set because like there's a weird like break in it, and people
Hmm.
kind of like I watch people go on their phones, and I'm like, I don't know. Like Take It Apart for me, that's expelling demons, and that's probably like the most Mudvayne for me
Hmm.
because I'm a diehard Mudvayne fan. Will die on that hill, even though the new songs have terrible mixes. What are we gonna do? Um, but like the most sentimental is probably Blink Once and Broken Mirrors. I mean, Broken Mirrors, it was the coolest situation I've ever randomly found myself in.
Mm.
And Blink Once, like I incorporated so much into that song to kind of like some mornings I'll wake up and go, what the fuck am I doing? Like I should just go to work and just focus on work.
Hmm.
And other times I'm like, dude, fuck work. Like I do this for a reason. Like I'm gonna keep trying because you might succeed.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, I work a normal day job just like everybody else usually,
Yeah.
but like one day I hope that the music takes off and I get to not clock in. But yeah, like those three songs are like probably my favorites, even though I'm really sick of playing those three songs.
So you guys do something that I've never seen a band do before. And I noticed this the last time I featured a song on the podcast. And for
Thank you.
every video that you guys put out in the description, you put the lyrics. And I
Yeah,
love that. It really allows you to take a look into the window of like what it is that you're writing about. Um, it, it's such a cool thing because no one else is doing that. No one else is like, this is what it's about, black and white. There is no loss for translation here. This is what the song's about. This is what I was feeling. And I'm like, that's fucking cool.
yeah,
Um, which I always appreciate because I love the fact that you can listen to a song and you can take your own meanings from it, but at the same time, it's good to know what's going on in the mind of the person who wrote it. You know,
yeah,
what emotions were they feeling? Because that's the kind of shit that's like, this is how I'm feeling in life. I need a song I can relate to. I need a band that I can relate to. And then you find that and you're like, oh wow, I'm not that alone, you know?
yeah, dude.
So
It's
I like that.
thank you. It really means a lot that you take the time and like read it. Like I can't stress that enough. Like I do pour all of my emotion, I guess, as cheesy and cliche as that sounds. Like I drive around for work, like I'll pull over if I'm like, huh, here's the sentence, and he'll
Hmm.
be like poo poo pee pee, like, but I mean this in this phrase, like it I take my time and I really sit and like it's funny, working with Anthony from Westfall, who's the guitarist in Lost Becomes,
Hmm.
like we'll work on songs and like something won't work and he'll go, I don't care about the lyrics. And I'm like, okay, you don't. Like he's like, just get your point across. Like, what are you feeling? And I'm like, okay. And like he's getting ready for an argument. And I'm like,
Hmm.
no, that's not here. We're just working on it. And he's like, this is such a breath of fresh air for me. Like normally when I'm like working on a song like with a fellow bandmate, like with a client, it's different.
Yeah.
But with a bandmate, that's like together it's yours. You're creating that thing.
Hmm.
And he's like, we're not arguing. I was getting ready for an argument. And I was like, dude, I'm not working together. But like finding that moment and then getting the like I'll throw words out and I'll be like, how do you like this? And he's like, that's killer. Let's
Hmm.
go with that. Like there's a lot of ebb and flow there. Like we're really pushing for the best. Like I mean, I said before, like we don't really write songs to play live, but
Hmm.
then we play them live and figure that out. And that's like the art of it. That's the fun. And like I care about what we're writing, what goes where. I'm not like picky about it. I'm like, I don't really love this, but if you think it'll work and then we get something cool out of it, sure.
Yeah. I mean, being in a band, dude, like there's so much, like you said, there's so much even flow, there's so much balance. Um, there's nothing worse than feeling like, you're heading towards that argument path. And then like to just have that resolve has to be such a cool feeling. I personally have never had that resolve. It's always
It's
it's always come down to an argument, but
every band we've argued about set list, tracking of what goes where on the record, even a 5 song EP, even the
Mm,
a 2 song EP. Like we've argued about what are we doing first? Like we should do this one. No, I think it should be this. You know the spiel, but
yep.
like it's kind of the fun sucker out of it, but that's I've learned with the time that I've been in bands to try to just put my ego over there, not to be typical with like my phrasing, but it's really that simple. Like, okay, we'll try it your way now. Like, I feel strongly this way, but let's try this out.
Hmm.
Because like every other band, I've kind of been the band dad. Like, we should do this, this, and this, and that's how we're gonna do it. And now with Brian, I mean, he knows more than me because he like knows other people and has had other people's ears and he's explained his theory. And I mean, right now he's kind of the driving force while we create and do other things behind the scenes. Like any like we released LOF before the record was out, and like we were like, this is the strongest song right now. Let's just get this out, push it, and then we'll release the record way later on.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, this sucks. I don't want to sit on this material, but that's what being a band is, the hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all strategy.
Yeah.
And I mean, unfortunately, it's a lot of like going with how the industry likes to consume now too.
Yeah.
It's not even a matter of like we have 12 songs, they all fit, we're gonna put it on an album. It's like, well, does the consumer base really want to listen to 12 songs consecutively, or do they want 3, 4 song EPs to come out and consume it in small doses?
Yeah.
Which is something that I see more and more bands doing now is shorter amounts, but overall, like in the year, you'll release 12 songs, but in little small EPs. Um, which I haven't crossed that bridge in a band. I haven't played in a while, but that's got to be something you've been doing this. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I would assume we're about the same age.
Yeah, I'm 35, about to be 36.
Yeah, so I'm 37, so we kind of grew up around the same
Yeah.
time in this.
Once you
Um,
said follow the leader, I was like, oh, I know where you were. I knew.
so yeah, we kind of grew up around the same mindset of albums because when we were coming up, it's like, yeah, every song is at least 12, 13 songs, and that was the standard in the industry. And then
Yeah.
it got to be 10, and then it got to be 8, and now it's 6 or 4, and it's like, all right, I mean, now bands are just like, yeah, we'll release a single once every 3 months, and then that's going to be your release schedule for the next 5 years. And it's like, that kind of blows, man. I kind of want an album.
Yeah.
Like,
I want the album to dive into. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the last record that I did that with was this new Sabrina Carpenter record. And I was like, man, she released one single. I hate this song. And I was like, oh, she's becoming an arena act, so that's why this song's built this way.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then I listened to the record and I was like, I don't like it. Then I was like, I'm gonna give it another shot. Okay, I kind of like it. But now I'm in the gym lifting to it, being like, yep, this is it.
You just cranking Juno while you're lifting weights.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's how you clear your head nowadays for me.
Yeah. I mean, I never got on the Sabrina Carpenter train, but I am 2 weeks out of two with someone bringing up Sabrina Carpenter's music. So
Yeah,
can't be all that bad. I don't know.
like
It's not my cup of tea, but
last year I was working in the city a lot and I'd be
Mhm.
walking around just like I'm in a fucking hole. I need to get out of this. And I listened to that, the Short and Sweet record, and then Chapel Roan's record. And I was like, I'm not depressed right now.
I Chaperone, man. I had coworkers that absolutely loved her. Her and Sabrina Carpenter actually dominated our playlist. That and Taylor Swift. So I was like, there's no escaping this bullshit for me. So I got a
Yeah.
good like dose of it. And there were songs where I'm like, yeah, I could enjoy this for the time being. But then there's other songs where I'm like, if I hear this one more time, I'm quitting my job. Like I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But
It if it's pushed onto you, if you don't find it yourself, like I'm guilty of being like I found this band first. Like,
I've been there.
but then like being in a band, I'm like, no, you should let other people like, and I kind of think about that, like, how would I feel about this project outside? Like if someone showed me this,
Hmm.
like what would I think? And I'm like selfishly, I'm like, I like my music. Like I'll either listen to Lost Becomes or because I'll be writing a lot or like anything outside of the spectrum.
Hmm.
So it's but if it's pushed on you, dude, you're not gonna like it. That's
No.
what happened with me with ska. I can't do ska. My brother played in a ska band in my basement, and I went, I hate music. And like, but meanwhile, my oldest brother showed me a lot of like the harder stuff, like Glassjaw, Faith No More. Like he was like, you should listen to this instead of Linkin Park. And I was like, I'm gonna do both.
I, dude, I kind of agree with the whole ska thing, except like depending on the band, it brings me back to like a good place and time. But ska could be such an annoying fucking genre
Uh,
sometimes.
a lot of my friends listen to it. They'll be like, hey, come to the show. And I'm like, absolutely not. Like, and I respect it because obviously the players are the players and they're doing
Right.
it. They're touring, like, and playing shows. So, but like, I'm not that happy. I try to be as happy as I can be, but if you're that happy singing about like, I don't know,
Just bullshit.
I can't make me feel bad.
There was a Warp Tour I went to. Um, my my old high school buddy Pete's band was playing, and I had free tickets to the show. So I was like, all right, it's kind of a win-win. I get to go see Pete's band play, get to go check out the rest of the band, and they closed out one stage, but then the rest of the night was happening on the other side of the park, and I was like, do I want to go? I want to preface this. I love the movie Basketball. So
Yeah.
for me, when I heard Real Big Fish is playing, I was like, I kind of want to go check him out. But at the same time, I was like, do I really want to go walk all the way over there to hear trumpets and trombones and shit? And I'm like, let's just go home. I don't care. Let's just leave.
I sat through their set, and then I watched, I think, Yellow Card, and I was like, like,
At Warped.
yeah, one of the years, it was an Every Time I Die year, and that's the
Mm.
only reason I went. I got to see Knock Loose.
Oh, damn.
Like, I watched them play at Revolution. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I watched them open up for Slipknot at MSG, and I was like, oh yeah, this is what this is.
Yeah, that's a crazy ass come up, dude. The fact that they
Yeah,
played Rev within the last, I think, 10 years and going
yeah,
from that quite literally to direct support for Slipknot last year, man.
yeah,
And they fucking crushed at that show too.
yeah.
That was a great show.
I got sick at the show. Like I started feeling sick, and I was like, this is like kind of funny. Like I was like, I'm getting a cold, sick.
Yeah. I was mad at that show because I got there um right as Orbit Culture finished. So I
Oh
didn't get
yeah,
to see them. I love that band, dude.
yeah,
I've seen them basically every time they come to New York, and I missed the train I was supposed to hop on. So I missed their set. I was like, this fucking blows. But then Knocked Loose came on. I was like, all right, that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
My
But
friend
then
Scott was telling me, he was like, go early, catch Orbit Culture. And I was like, all right. I told my fiance, I was like, we have to go early.
mhm,
And I was like, we look at the merch. Okay. Buy this after the show. Great.
mhm.
$85 later. And uh then like I caught them and I was like, I get it, but like I don't know. I think listening live for the first time, I was like, I don't think
Mhm.
this was the experience I wanted.
No. I tell everyone the same thing. If you're going to discover this band, you have to go put on their album Nija and just hit play and let it happen.
Let it happen. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
That's what
From
happened with Meshuggah for me. Like
yeah.
I was like, ooh, this is a dangerous band I'm hearing about. Like I was listening to a lot of Converge and
Mhm.
then like Last FM, dating myself there, pointed me to Meshuggah and I was like, huh. So I'm going from grindcore to gent. All right. And here I am.
So all I knew about Meshuggah was Bleed. It's the only
Yeah.
song I knew, and the only one I knew. Um, again, because of downloading music, I had a really condensed version of Bleed. It was about 4 minutes long.
Oh wow.
So I didn't know that there was a whole tail end to this song.
Okay.
Um, I was lucky enough to go see them live at, I think it was PlayStation Theater at the time.
Oh, recently,
Um,
right?
this was the Clockwork
Oh,
store.
got you.
Yeah.
I saw them at the Paramount, thankfully.
Oh, damn.
My friends Sweeney and Sean was with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I didn't know a lot about their music. I didn't know about their stage show, so this was a pretty new experience for me.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, and I think High on Fire played that show with them, which they were amazing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when Meshuggah came out, I didn't know that like their show was so visual. I expected to see like the guy doing the face and shit like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
the Wolf of Wall Street face.
Yeah.
And just to know like everything was silhouetted, like the band members really didn't spotlight themselves. It was all about the lights and like the production. It was like this is fucking cool. But that
I
was the one and
remember.
only time I got to see them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I saw them. I think when it was Best Buy, I don't know, but I went with like 30 people. My friend Travis had a barbecue beforehand. I was like, "What are you doing? Like, everyone's gonna get fucked up, and like, this show's gonna suck because you're all gonna be miserable." It was like the most amazing night ever for a show, and like the concert was just like a piece of it.
Hmm.
But before, like, we walked to the train station as a mob because it was out of Belmore on Long Island,
Yeah.
and then leaving, like everyone was kind of like drinking. We sang Happy Birthday to Applebee's, and everyone inside, like 30 people outside the window, just screaming Happy Birthday, Applebee. Like, dude, it was a fucking weird night. And like that's where like I hold Meshuggah in my heart, like those insane moments.
Yeah.
So like getting to see them, like I don't know, they're still killing it, and like they are the gods.
Yeah. I think they're the
So
oldest gent band that's out there.
yeah,
They started back in like what, 87 or 86?
yeah, I think so. When they
Yeah, they've
were
been
like
around.
mostly just thrash.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah,
they carved their path pretty well. And
yeah,
they're still doing it, man. I've never heard a Meshuggah song where I'm like, I'm gonna turn this off. Like they always have like so much groove, like the groove just sucks you in and holds you.
yeah.
They're long as shit, but
The the only thing that ruined Meshuggah for me was Bill Burr.
yeah.
Dude, I used to listen to his podcast and have like a panic attack, and like then he started talking about playing drums. I don't know, it just gives me anxiety when he's just talking solo. I'm like,
Hmm.
dude, I can't, this isn't my podcast. I'm out of here. But he talked about Bleed for like a month, and I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're ruining it. But like then again, it sparked interest and then made more metalheads. So
Yeah. Burr just did something playing the drums and I forget what it was. I feel like he was on stage with Primus.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was the second drummer for Primus.
Yeah, he did like Too Many Puppies or some shit.
Yeah.
But I mean that's kind of cool. It's one of
Yeah,
those
it's
things
sick.
where it's I feel like it's kind of like crowbarring your celebrity into it though.
You can say that, but like he's put the work in.
Yeah.
Like I've heard stories about him keeping all his receipts in a shoebox because he didn't want to get audited or something. And I mean, that's all podcast, whatever, like
Yeah.
rumors. But yeah, like at that point, like, yeah, he could shoehorn himself in via celebrity, but he also deserves it. Like he
Mm.
put the work in. Am I
I mean,
sick of hearing about it? Yeah. Am I sick of seeing it? Yeah. I don't want to go on some metal site. I'm like, oh, or what bands are people talking about? Oh, Bill Burr's on stage. I don't
yeah.
care.
That's
Cool.
that's kind of how I felt about the Primus thing. Is that I
Yeah.
was on Loudwire and I think I was looking for shit to talk about on the podcast that week, and I was just like, yeah, what's happening around the metal world? And I'm like, oh God, fucking Bill Burr again. Like, like brother, do me a favor, make a band.
Yeah. Make a band and release a single.
Like, it's cool that you can play. It's really cool, but don't always shoehorn your way in that way. Like, make music, put it out that
Yeah.
way. But it's the same thing with every celebrity that has a band, like Johnny Depp with the Hollywood Vampires, and it's like you're not even really good at guitar. Like you play power chords and pentatonics, but it's
Sometimes that's all it takes, man.
but to his credit though, he made an original band.
Yeah.
So he's out there touring, he's out there grinding, he's doing the thing, but he's still Johnny Depp playing with Alice Cooper. So
Yeah.
it's like, all right, but I'll give him a pass on it.
It's kind of cool because Cooper rocks.
Yeah.
Philip, I get it. Sorry, my cat's just meowing.
Yeah, Cooper's the man. But I just saw something else that Ben Stiller's a drummer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's got a punk band.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Fred Armisen hanging around too?
It
Like,
would make
I,
sense.
yeah.
I didn't know that Armisen was actually a musician. Like, there's so many guys that are popping up that I'm like, all right, I guess it's kind of cool that you could do it, but is your career really heading down that path where it's like, I can't get hired for gigs if I don't have that end extra attached to it?
You need to be a triple threat. I'm trying to learn choreography, but I'm bad at TikTok.
Don't sell yourself out, dude.
I can moonwalk. That's about it.
Anthony making fucking thirst traps on TikTok.
Hell yeah, brother.
Check out this new Lost Becomes single, Booty Drops.
I'm just fucking spirit fingers all day.
Dude, I talk about it a lot and I'm trying not to, but I can't stand the TikTok machine. I find so many musicians on there like just selling their fucking souls. And I get the
I
point because the exposure, but at the same time, it's like, man, it hurts.
I mean selling your soul like back in the day it was going on MTV, but
Yeah.
meanwhile that's what it took. Then we
Hmm.
found certain bands through MTV.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Deftones. They had this beautiful resurgence, like where I was at the Deftones show and like 12-year-olds there going, I hope they play Digital Bath. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know Digital Bath? Like, you should know like Diamond Eyes and On. But I mean, any way to get it across. I mean, I'm so bad at TikTok. I don't even have space for it on my phone.
Hmm.
I have Pokemon Go and Instagram. That's about it. And then a bunch of music that's never going to be released.
Dude, drop it. Put
Uh,
all that shit out.
I'm trying. It's just time.
A friend of mine just kept sending me TikTok videos and I was like, listen, I can't watch these without downloading the app anymore. So I don't want to have the app. But
Yeah, my friend Dan will do that too. He'll be like, Tony, check this out. I'm like, no.
we got to a point where I was like, you're sending me like fucking 6 videos a day. Like I don't want to be a dick and not watch them. So I downloaded the app. I watched the videos, I scrolled a little bit and I was like, this app is a fucking cesspool. And
Yeah,
I just delete it. Every
it's a
once in a
time
while.
sink.
It's not even that. It's trash.
Yeah, you like every generation has their trash. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, imagine radio being trash. Like, just listening to music. Like, how are you just listening to noise?
Mm,
Turn this off. But like, that's how I spend every day, podcasts and music.
same.
I should listen to audiobooks, but I'm lazy.
I've said it for years, like I want to dedicate time to listening to audiobooks. And it's not like I don't have the time to do it. But
I just don't want to download another app and pay for it and then forget about it.
my old job, they wanted me to do like summer reading shit. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. I used to work at Bethpage Credit Union. I'm like,
Yeah,
there's nothing that you can make me do that's gonna make me sit down and read a book for work. Like
yeah,
that ain't happening. You don't pay me
yeah.
enough to do it. But
That's insane. Like
mhm.
a bank being like, "Hey, you should read a book over the summer."
Yeah,
I
it was
already went
like
to school. Get out of here.
it was for learning how to sell things. I think it was called
Oh,
the art of the sale or some shit. And I'm like,
yeah,
I just don't care. Like
yeah,
I'm not gonna do it. So
yeah,
um they're like, yeah, we're gonna have a meeting in 2 months and we're gonna talk about the book. And I'm like, that gives me 2 months to figure out how I'm gonna footnote this, which
yeah,
means like just let me know when the meeting is, and the day before I'll do my research.
yeah,
Um, but I downloaded Audible
yeah.
and I went on free trial. I forgot to cancel it, so I ended up paying for it for like 6 months. But I had the book downloaded. I never once listened to it.
Shit.
But I was like, that's not the kind of thing that I want to get sunken into. Like, I want to listen to actual books about actual things. But
Even if they are just dragons and dwarves.
I don't like reading. That's my thing. Is like
I
I
got
don't
you.
enjoy reading at all. My mind is too visual to not have that picture painted for me. But, reading is kind of just it feels like a chore, you
I
know.
got you.
So I would much rather put on music or a podcast or a movie or something and just,
Well,
consume that way.
do you read comics or anything?
No.
Oh, dude.
For a minute I was into graphic novels, but I'm
Yeah.
talking like a real short minute. Like my friends are all huge into Marvel and DC, and they're like, you need to pick up like Marvel Civil War, the graphic novel version of it, and read that. I did, and I was like, that's fucking incredible. And from there I
Yeah.
was like, I kind of want to do more of that, but I fell off just as quickly as I got started.
I just read Wolverine Goes to Hell.
Hmm.
I sat on the beach and I wasn't drinking beer. And I just hung out all day and read through this book and I was like sick. This book rules. Like I get a lot of lyrical inspiration just from different writers like that. Like it's comics. I started listening to true crime podcasts.
Hmm.
That might get you out of the hole of like, I mean it's terrible. I sat in my car and like cried quietly to myself because one story was so fucking brutal.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, it's better than just hearing comedians go, dick jokes, huh? Isn't that crazy? What's with children these days? Like
Right. It's a mix of that and like every reel that you see is like a gotcha of some sort.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, all right. I guess
yeah.
I fell for it again.
Oh, there's a girl with boobs. Oh, she's selling me a product.
Right. Dude, and what I hate the most is like I'll be scrolling through Instagram with my wife and then I'll get an ad like that and she's like, "What are you looking at?" It's like, "Dude, I don't fucking know." Like this shit just pops up. Like I promise you my algorithm is not that. Like
Even though most of the time it is. It's fine. We're all guilty. I mean, between the band chat and like just my friend groups, like they're like, look at this terrible thing. And I'm like, oh, I got this terrible thing from this chat.
Yep.
Check this out. What? How the fuck did you find this? I don't know. But now my algorithm's fucked up.
And that's why I tell my wife, I promise you, that's not what my algorithm is. There's a video someone made a couple years ago. It's like if the group chat ever got released to the public, what would you do? I'm like, I'd have to change my name. I'd have to leave the country probably.
Fucking, yeah, kill myself.
Yeah, man. People send me some crazy ass shit, and I'm like, I don't know if I want that on my fucking Instagram.
Yeah. No, I'm don't look at my searches. It's my feed is fucked from the countless people I meet, even just like playing out of New York. Like
Yeah.
I'll meet people and they're like, "Oh, you said you like fucked up shit." And I'm like, "Why did I say that?" "Oh, I was like 6 beers deep."
Oh, you like dark humor? You must love this. And it's
Yeah.
just like, oh man, I can't even laugh at how dark that is.
Yeah. Like I had like 12 people send me that recent video
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, how'd you know?" Great.
Yeah. That made its way around pretty quickly.
And like even the most like how to like the virgin eyes being like,
Hmm.
"Oh my God, I saw this video and I couldn't sleep." And I was like, I saw all the angles. I'm fucked up. You should see this one. It's a better view.
It's like, listen, I had to go through a lot of sensitivity training in my life to be at a comfortable point with this. You don't want to know what I had to see.
Yeah. Literally e fucked like that
Yes.
terrible website.
You would never survive where I grew up.
Yeah. I was born in this.
Yes.
Like my
So,
mom would be like, "Why are you laughing at this?" And I'm like, you let me watch Pet Cemetery in my crib."
dude, the amount of shit, like, it would just be innocent. Like,
Yeah.
what we would consider to be innocent anyway at the time. Um, just internet searches before Instagram had reels, before all this shit. Like, you'd find the things like Two Girls, One Cup. You'd find the man with the jelly jar and the Pain Olympics. And it's like,
Uh,
yeah, listen, man, like I don't know what you're sensitive to now, but I promise you, like you wouldn't have lasted 20 years
no.
ago.
One guy, one jar.
Yeah.
Dude, that is or Mr. Hands, like that's like my th that's like where I've created this. Like my therapist is like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "Again, man, I'm not gonna explain it."
It's because that's all I have.
Yeah. It's how I shut off. I should probably look deeper into that, but
Yeah,
like
that's
coming
fair.
up with lyrics like I know like Tools covered it, like you watch murder from your couch, like talking about
Hmm.
watching the news, like and like I've been relating to that a lot more. Like we're writing a lot more new material now with Lost Becomes.
Hmm.
And I'm like looking inward, like, huh, am am I okay? I don't know.
Right.
So
Bands like Tool, if you really dive into the lyrics and what they're trying to tell you, like I get why I'm so cynical as a human being.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, they were my age then, well, my age now then, and telling me all this shit that like basically is a warning sign and nothing's changed, you know?
yeah. It's kind of
Um,
crazy because I was thinking about that the other day because like a friend was like, you should try to listen to 10,000 Days again. And I'm like, Enema to Lateralis. That's like where I
yeah,
go. And that's not a lot of music. Like,
yeah.
and like I'll do a perfect circle here and there, but like, uh, it's really just tools the main focus for me.
Hmm.
But then like I dove back into 10,000 Days and I was like, huh, we're going through this again. Like
Yeah,
just like if you watch American History X, you're like, oh, like I'm hearing people talk the same way. This is awful.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. You kind of look at it and it's like, well, the warning signs have been there for 30 years at this point. We haven't
Yeah,
fucking listened to anything, so.
nothing.
But I think I'm so bad with song titles sometimes, but it is Anima where Maynard was talking about like Learn to Swim, California, and all that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah. And how it's just kind of just maintained. I don't know
yeah,
if his opinions have maintained, but it's just like the whole mindset of like celebrity praise and how ridiculous that is. Like the
yeah,
whole the whole celebrity worship thing, dude. It was bad when we were kids, and now it's just at a level where it's like we're we're diving into dark, uncharted territory.
Yeah, I mean now it's all YouTube fame, I want to label it as, even though it's mostly TikTok. Like
Yeah.
I was I mean, I find people on Instagram that are like music like reviewers, like gear review.
Yeah.
Like Emily the Harpist, I think her
Yeah.
name. Yeah, she lives in Babylon. Like I probably shouldn't say that, but
You're
like
fucking doxing Emily now.
yeah, but I ran into her and I was like, "Yo, why are you here?" And she was like, and I was like, "Why am I being weird?"
She's probably being just as weird.
Yeah, I was just like, "Oh, can I take a selfie? This is awesome." But I was like, "Why'd I ask for a selfie?" But no, she's super chill.
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to get a sticker soon. She had like a thing where it's like, oh, I'm really awkward in public, so I made these stickers that if we run into each other, we'll have something to talk about. And I was like,
And
that's
then they
fucking
got like
brilliant.
they got put through her wash or something, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Nah, she's the
Dude,
best.
I would love to get her on the show. I've had so many people bring her up just casually in conversation, whether it's because she is local and she is just funny, or like
Yeah.
she's a gearhead and like does all the pedal reviews and stuff. But
And
she's
it's all through
super,
a harp,
yeah,
like not a guitar. I'm like,
she's so talented, dude.
yeah,
She played my friend's wedding.
really?
Before she started the YouTube channel, she was doing weddings, and I met her um at a couple of showcases because when I was engaged, like we would go to wedding showcases at Eastwind and stuff. And she would always have her harp set up and she'd just be playing in the lobby saying like these are my rates, this is what I do. But she would never be playing like what you would think she would play on a harp. It would always be
Yeah.
like the next episode or early hip hop shit. I'm like, that's fucking
Yeah.
cool. Like that's so much
Ah, she
fun.
rocks.
But she was always so cool, so personable. And she took my friend's wedding on. I think that was her last wedding. But then she started focusing on YouTube with Russ, and they're crushing it.
Yeah.
I think she got like almost 800,000 followers or some shit, like
That's sick.
crazy numbers.
Yeah. No, she fucking kills it. And again, the nicest person ever, like
Yeah.
just running into a weirdo like me going, "You're that YouTube person." I was like, "Why can't I remember your name?"
Yeah, man, she's cool. I and knowing that she's like so local, like she goes to my friend's card store, Rip and
Oh
Chip
yeah.
Gaming.
Oh yeah, I go there.
You do? Very
Yeah.
cool.
I was into Pokemon for a while
Yeah.
and now I'm kind of out. Like they just released Black and White and now the Mega Evolutions is coming.
Oh wow.
But dude, I'm not paying those prices.
No.
Like now me and my fiance got into Lorcana. I still can't pronounce it. It's the Disney card game.
Oh, okay.
Dude, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's a
I'll have to
lot of
check it
money.
out. Well,
Yeah. I'm like, why are we doing this? We have a wedding to pay for.
unfortunately, every card game is so fucking expensive. You got to sink
Yeah.
so much money into that. Um, I was into Pokemon when, I mean, as a kid, but like I got back into it as an adult when they released the first iteration of Black and White. Um, Me and my friends, Joe from Rip and Ship, we would buy boxes and just sit in my friend's room, open packs, build decks and stuff, and then just compete and play. But it was a good time, but we spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that fucking game. But when he opened up Rip and Ship with his brother, like they had the little spot in Deer Park that was behind Dunkin' Donuts. Now they have the big one next to Crazy Billy's in Deer Park. Um, I texted him one day because Emily posted a video. She was at the store. She's like, "This is my main store. This is where I go for all my cards and stuff." I was like, "Joe, you need to really understand who just shouted you out on
Yeah.
Instagram." I was like, she posted this video 34 minutes ago. There's already 16,000 likes on it. I was like,
Yeah.
you got to pay attention to your clientele, dude. And
Yeah.
like, I think that like the guys inside the store do. Joe works a day job and he's like there at night sometimes. But um, yeah, I was like, you just got a major shout out.
Yeah. No, that's sick. It's awesome when like communities meet because like I mean
Yeah.
we didn't know that we both played card games here and
Hmm.
there. Like I was in Rip and Ship. I don't know. I got turned off to the Pokemon thing because like kids were going too crazy, and then I saw like an adult older than me. Like
Hmm.
yes, we're adults, but I just saw this like toxic cesspool, and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like Rip and Ship is a great shop though.
Yeah.
Joe is your friend's name that owns it?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't know if he's a full owner anymore. He might have gone to like a regular counter position there, but Joe and Vinny opened the store with a couple of their friends. Vinny's still there. I think Vinny just had a kid. So
Oh, dude, that's
shout out Rip
awesome.
and Ship, shout out Vinny
Hell
and
yeah.
Joe and the whole crew over there. But yeah, super cool guys. Great store. I hear nothing but good things about them
It's
online, which
clean. You
is
can find fucking everything. Like
yeah,
it's a little far for me, but like I'm gonna try to go there one weekend
yeah.
and just like because now Lorcana, I don't know, now Lorcana like has like an uptick and like I got questioned in Best Buy when I was just buying two packs, like two boosters, and this random guy was like, "Hey, I'm really sorry, but where did you find the Lorcana?" And I'm like, "I don't work here, dude. Over there. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with this interaction with this cashier
Yeah,
that's telling me I can't buy more than two. Like, you can have the ones that I can't buy. I don't know what
right.
you want from me. Like,
Yeah, it's been a long time since I got invested in like a card game or any sort of game like that, but I know that Rip and Chip they try to cultivate a very solid community and really grow everyone over there together because it's such a centralized hub, dude. Like Rip and Chip alone has been brought up on this show, fuck, God knows how many times at this point. Along with Emily, along with like I read comics, I play cards. Well, have you heard of this store? It's like, wow, there really is a lot of meeting of different things happening.
yeah, it's kind of awesome. Like I only got back into Pokemon because I saw like a YouTube video of course, someone opening a God pack or whatever. And I was like, huh, I had Pokemon cards. Why don't I know how to play the game?
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm gonna learn how to play. And I watched videos. Me and my friend Jimmy, I was like, yo, do you want to try to play this? Like, and then you could play online, like that's Magic,
Yeah.
not the card game. But like it's just fun, but like then the community is kind of like I hate using the word toxic, but it's just like
Yeah.
people just grabbing at I don't like that about going to shows sometimes where people are like, "Oh, this isn't real." Like they're playing to tracks. Like, dude, I don't care. I'm
Right.
coming here to get taken out of my normal life.
Hmm.
Like I just want to have fun right now. Like watching pro wrestling.
Hmm.
Like people are like, "Oh, do you like AEW or WWE?" And I'm like,
Like, I
"Dude,
just like
I
wrestling.
like wrestling. Like, dude, I don't care."
I see a lot of people talking shit about WrestlePalooza versus All Out on Saturday. I'm like, if you're a wrestling fan, you don't give a shit. You're gonna start watching wrestling at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're gonna stop somewhere around midnight. That's gonna be such an awesome day.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, don't watch either of those shows. Go to the Fear Factory show we're playing this Saturday. Yeah, I'm a little upset. I can't. One, I'm not paying $30 for ESPN,
hmm,
and two, I'm gonna be playing a show. So, and I want to see Fear Factory with whichever incarnation this is. Uh, I've played shows. Like my friend Jeff would come out, like because he lives in the city, well,
yeah.
Brooklyn, and like I was playing Queens one night and I was just getting over being sick. That's like a theme, I guess, in this episode. But we sat and watched the Royal Rumble on my phone. He
Oh,
was
that's
like,
dope.
he was like, dude, you can't play a show and watch Royal Rumble. And I was like, you watch. And it's just me and him behind the merch booth. And like people were coming up and I'm like, hold on a sec. Liv Morgan's out and Alexa Bliss just came back.
Um, So I should mention, by the way, I talked to Jason from Ikilia a few weeks ago.
Oh, the
I had him
fucking
on the show.
best.
Yeah,
He's the
I,
best.
dude, great dude, great
Yeah.
band. I mean, they're
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah, he shouted you guys out.
Awesome.
I had mentioned I was
Shout out.
trying to get you on the show, and he's like, "Oh, they're great. We played with them a bunch of times." But yeah, man,
We're trying to do a few more things this upcoming year, but I just don't think like just trying to get two bands out.
yeah,
Like right now, Board just signed to our label Silent Pendulum. Shout out to them.
yeah,
We're talking to them. We're gonna try to do a weekend. Like now that the year's kind of like it's the year's not over, but it's technically over.
year's done.
Like yeah, trying to book anything. Like we hopped onto this December show because we're like we're doing nothing else. We're just trying to focus on recording after this.
Yeah,
But so plus going out when it's cold sucks.
yeah.
Like it's scary in a car, let alone a van with like six people with you, and it's just like, what is that black ice? I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Unless you're in a bus type situation, it is pretty dangerous to go out there in a van and shit. Especially like if you're going out of state and you don't really know what their weather is.
yeah,
It's not a great time for
no.
like little weekenders. Plus, people don't want to go out when it's cold out. Unfortunately, that's
Yeah, it's funny because like you want to play locally, and then I'm like, hey, we're playing December. Oh, we're my family does Christmas around that time or whatever holiday we celebrate, and I'm like,
yeah.
sick. Why did I do this? But then people usually come out because then people get bored and they're like, I'm tired of being inside. I want to go out and see people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually like the spring awakening. Like
Yeah.
December's such a hard time for shows. When I was playing, I would always have like a year-end show, and the last time I did one, I was like, man, let's just stay in it. Like we had we played at the Hub in Island Park. I don't know if
Okay.
you ever played there. It was a really cool venue. It was an upstairs venue that they had like a lift for all your gear to bring it up and shit.
Oh, that's
But
the
they
dream.
also, yeah,
It's
man.
always a staircase, a metal staircase where it
hmm
rains 2 hours before you get there, then it stops, then it ices over, and then you're helping your bassist with this fucking monstrosity.
His 600-pound amp that shouldn't weigh
Ye-
600.
Yeah. What do you have in here?
Um,
My dirty laundry.
so they have a lift that goes from first floor, which is like a billiard hall, up to the second floor, which is there's a stage up there, there's a big open floor. They have arcade games and shit around there. Really, really cool setup. It's closed down now, unfortunately, but
Oh,
we played there and I was like, it's a roll of the dice booking a show in Island Park in December because people aren't really going to come out. Like we always drew better in Suffolk than in Nassau. So that was always a problem. And pushing
yeah.
that out there, I'm like, all right, we're going to run into probably a little issue here and there, but it shouldn't be so bad. It was one of the most clusterfuck shows that I've ever played in my life. Like
Really? Why?
day before the show, a band dropped off and they're like, yeah, we can't do the show. Sorry. I'm like, what do you mean you can't do the show? Like, that's not a good enough reason for me. Like,
Yeah.
you confirmed you've been on the bill, like you've been on the flyer, and now a day before you're like, yeah, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, you owe me more of an explanation than that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like,
Like I
I,
need to know who died.
like I'm not trying to be a dick or anything here, but commitment is commitment. And like if you guys can't hold it together, like A, I'm not ever going to work with you again. And B, like it's kind of a dick move. So
Yeah.
they didn't want to offer up a reason. I was like, all right, fine, fuck you guys, you're out. Um we found another band, but then they had their hands out. And I'm like, listen, dude, draw people to the show and you'll get paid. If you don't draw, like I can't pay you though. I can't pay you with money I don't have.
Yeah.
So they I think they drew like three people. And I was like,
It's better than no one.
I was like, I appreciate you guys trying, on a day of sign on. Like I appreciate it, but like we gotta cover shit and like you guys I need
Yeah.
you to draw more than three in order to make money. But um then like we were playing, the sound went off. Like the whole upstairs lost their power.
Ooh.
Um, so that was 45 minutes of the owner scratching his ass saying, I don't know how to fix this. I'm like, how do you not know?
Yeah.
So power pops back on, but at that point, so many people left because they're like, yeah, the show's done. So I think we finished our set as the headliner playing to Baby 10 out of the whole
Still not bad. It's better than nobody.
Yeah, but at that point, I was like, kind of done with the December show thing. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna try to like end our year in November
Yeah.
before the
December's
weather gets
rough.
bad. Yeah,
Like, I'm not ready for snow this year, like at all.
no,
I really don't want to deal with it, but what can you do?
I think this might be the year where we actually get hit with snow because the seasons have been changing so early this year. That's like
Yeah.
I feel like we're about to get fucked with snow, but
Hmm.
hopefully not. You know,
Yeah.
there's too much shit going on in December where I need to be able to get around.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's like, "Oh, come here, come there." And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna come on my couch."
I'm sure you don't mean that how it sounded, but if you did, hey.
I might.
I want to come see you guys at AMH and then one day later um Category 7 is playing in the city.
Yeah.
And I don't know, do you know who they are?
No, who's that?
So Category 7 is Jason Bittner on drums, Phil Demmel from Machine Head and Mike Orlando from Adrenaline Mob
Oh,
on
okay. Yeah,
guitar.
yeah,
Um Jack Gibson from Exodus on bass and John Bush is singing. So they have their own band that they put together a few years ago, but then they're doing a small run in December where they're going to be the opening band, but also they're doing a set after that of strictly John Bush Anthrax music.
That's like my favorite Anthrax. Everyone's like, "Oh no, that's not Anthrax." And I'm like, to me it is.
Yeah, it is. Um,
Dimebag's on one of those songs. I think it was Stomp 442. I
hmm.
don't know Anthrax as well, but
But they're playing on the 20th in the city.
that's
So
pretty sick.
yeah.
I should definitely go to that. I know Life of Agony is also playing in Suffolk County.
Are they?
Yeah, they're playing the Ugly record. I just watched them play the River Runs Red record pretty much,
Yeah.
but they've been doing that for like a while
Years.
now. They're probably
Years.
sick of it. That's why they're like, we're doing Ugly next. I don't want to listen to River Runs Red anymore.
I mean, great records.
Dude, yeah. But
Um,
Josta's gonna be there with Charlie Belmore. He was in Many Eyes. Now he's
hmm.
with Josta full time.
Oh,
And
cool.
then Roland Coffin, I don't, you know, Vision Disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Williams like solo band.
Is it, you said Charlie Belmore or Nick Belmore?
Charlie Belmore. Nick Belmore's still in Many Eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I recorded with Nick years ago,
Oh
so I
yeah.
wasn't sure if he had left.
I
Yeah,
want to go
he's
check out their studio. It looks sick.
Dexter's. Yeah, super
Yeah.
sick place
Where is it?
in Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's probably why.
I think it's New Haven. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
That's pretty close.
It didn't take long to get there. We were there all day, recorded 4 or 5 songs, and
Damn.
yeah, it was a grind. But
Yeah.
Nick was super cool to us though. So
That's
I
awesome.
appreciated that. Made a really good energy in the studio for us. And we actually had Zeus master that one
Oh,
for us. So
sweet.
that was it was
That's huge.
cool to have that name attached to it.
Yeah, dude.
Um but yeah, I didn't know that. So I'll have to check that out. Where's that going down?
I don't remember the venue. It's in Suffolk County. What's the venue over there? It was the Emporium. Now it's like something else.
Oh, Stereo Garden.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a show that would come through there. They only do like so many big shows a year with original acts. Normally it's like some fucking Billy Joel cover band shit.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Cattle Decap with Cannibal Corpse there.
That's dope.
And like I was like, dude, I have to be up so early tomorrow. I don't care.
Yeah, they usually get some pretty heavy hitters coming through there. They've had All That Remains there. They've
Yeah.
had Suffocation play there. Um, I mean, it's not a heavy hitter by any stretch, but I've seen Fozzy there.
Oh, dude, Fozzy draws.
Yeah,
It,
they
it it's cool.
they need supporting bands, but yeah, they draw.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be like 100 people standing there, like wanting Chris Jericho to say his Chris Jericho lines,
Yeah.
which, he does. So I appreciate that.
He gives them what they want.
The last time I saw them, they had King with them.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, Kerry or King Diamond?
neither. King.
Oh, King, Kyng.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're sick. I saw them with Hell Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It was before Sanders, the brother of the Mastodon bassist.
Hmm.
He was playing bass in uh this other Monstro.
I don't know them.
Wow, I totally just blacked out there for a sec. Monstro opened and then King played and then Hell Yeah Clutch.
Oh, cool.
And it was at the Paramount and I was like, yo, Monstro is sick. But then King played. I was like, holy shit, this is like new Soundgarden.
Yeah.
So
The day I saw King, that was the day that Chris Cornell died.
really?
So, yeah. So,
Yeah.
the singer did Hunger Strike, like just
Okay.
impromptu sung Hunger Strike, just him and his acoustic guitar. And like that's so far from my favorite Soundgarden or Chris Cornell or Hunger of the Dog, whatever, like any of that shit. Temple of the Dog, sorry.
Yeah.
But it was a cool moment.
That's a heavy ass moment. Like him being able to just pull that out of his ass, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this now. Fuck
Hmm.
whatever's next.
Yeah,
And
just
alone. He didn't do it with anybody?
no.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they were crushing the entire set, and then he's just like, we lost somebody today, and brought it down like real somber and played the song, and everyone was just like fighting back tears the whole time. He's like, all right, now let's go back into the heavy shit. I'm like, but how?
Yeah.
Where do we go from here, dude?
Yeah. You just stonewalled me.
Like we just connected on an emotional
Yeah.
level. Now you're gonna do this. Fun fact about King, though, they also have a cover of Escape by Metallica. That's one of the
Yeah.
best covers I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Did
They do
you
that song so much justice.
did you go to that Amagansett show?
No, I wanted to. I entered through Sirius. I entered through fucking Metallica's fifth member thing, and I didn't get picked. I was like,
Uh,
it's such a roll of the dice to drive all the way out there to be like, I might get to do it, but no, I
yeah.
didn't. Did you get to go?
No, I was out there too.
Oh,
And I
really?
was like, I could try. And then I was like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go home.
Like I thought long and hard about it
Yeah.
because realistically speaking, like if you get there early enough, you kind of might get to see and hear everything you want to, but at the same time, they might tell you to go home, and I'm like, I'm not really willing to drive 60 something miles back. Like it's just like, yeah, I got told no. So
I
wanna-
tried to go to that show, got told no, and I went home. But
hmm. Yeah, I mean, from what I saw of it, like I haven't watched the whole thing yet because I was just like I should have been there, but it seemed awesome. But it also seemed
yeah.
like, it was pretty star packed.
Yeah, Paul McCartney was there.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Howard
Yeah.
Stern was there. Obviously Jose's there. He ran the whole fucking
Yeah.
interview for them. Lucky bastard.
Yeah, Sean got to go. Sean the Butcher, shout out Sean the
Yeah.
Butcher.
Big shout out for Sean.
Shout out Vertebrae in Madness podcast. But yeah, he got to go and he was like, it was magic. And I'm like, yeah, but you had to work the whole time. And he goes, yeah.
Yeah, but at that point, are you really working?
No, yeah.
Like, I get to go hang out at a Metallica show and get paid to
Uh,
be there. Like, all right, sign me up, dude. There's not...
yeah.
That's the
So
dream.
exactly.
But no, I heard that it was a hell of an event. The tent that they played in is not at all what I expected to see either. Um, I heard that it was going to be an outdoor tented thing,
No, they were
and
inside.
they were.
Yeah, they were inside.
Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
outdoors.
No, it was literally like a 200 person room.
Oh shit.
I don't
Because
know if 200 people were there. I don't know if they have that draw power.
well, I heard it was like a 500 person thing that they had going there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was 200 that they were like allowing in fan wise, and then the rest was going to be PR and shit.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it looked massive for what it was.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's really cool for them. And the Maximum Metallica channel, dude, like they've needed that for a long time.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad Sean killed it. Fucking he was stressed out about it, he told me, but because he's such a massive fan, he's like,
Yeah.
this can't be bad.
Was that his first time meeting the band?
I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him, but also I don't think he wants to hear about Metallica anymore. I wouldn't, me personally. I try to keep it strictly, hey, did you see this?
Yeah.
Then I try not to talk about work with anyone anymore.
Yeah. No,
Did you read your summer book?
mm. Listen, dude, if my summer job was you get to go hang out with Metallica, I'd read the fucking book to do that. But being as
I
I had to go
gotcha.
work at a bank on Monday, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But no, I totally get that, dude. It's like it's a different side than we see. You know,
Yeah.
we see it as a consumer, they see it on the business side, which
Yeah.
could either be awesome or it could be the worst fucking thing to do with. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I hope you had a good time. And
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way to not have a good time or at least take away from that what you need to. But
And they sounded
um,
sick from the videos I saw. And then I
yeah,
listened to the show. Like I'll drive around and I'll be like, what's on the Metallica station?
yeah.
And I'll listen to it off my little JBL speaker.
Yeah, they've been putting some pretty obscure shit on there.
It's crazy. Like the demos. I'm like,
Hmm.
holy shit, dude. Like Sanitarium wasn't supposed to have that ending or whatever.
Yeah.
Paraphrasing, but and I'm probably not even right. But yeah, no, fucking it's sick. It's cool to see. I like I just I'm gonna get stones thrown at me, but I just had my Metallica moment this year where
Yeah.
like I listened to the Seattle show.
Hmm.
Like I think it's 92.
The Binge and Purge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like how drugged up they sound, like because they're playing so fast.
Yeah.
Drugged up could mean two different things, but yeah. But yeah, no, and that got me fully hooked and I'm like, oh, this record fucking rips.
Yeah.
I've always only listened to like the Black album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're so much better than the Black Album. And I love the Black Album,
Yeah.
but I mean, they are an
I mean
incredible band.
the Black album's undeniable. Like
Hmm.
I've talked to like Hell's Angels about it. Like when I
Yeah.
was a kid, like I'd be at a family barbecue and just like, yeah, I really like Metallica. I like the Black album. They're like, oh, they sold out. And it's like, dude, it's still number one fucking 30 years later.
You know, the albums that got me into Metallica was the Black Album, Load and Reload, and then I had to work my way
Really?
backwards.
Yeah.
But I went through a time in music where like I was into really heavy shit. My parents didn't want me listening to it, so I backed away from it. Like Slipknot and Disturbed were like my two favorite bands, but then my mom read the lyric books one day and she's like, "You're not listening to this." Um, but when we were kids, like that was the whole like panic of metal music is that if you
Yeah.
listen to this, you're gonna shoot up your school, you're gonna like, kill your family and shit. And I was kind of like, well, I tried the drug and now I'm addicted to it. So I
Yeah.
gotta find my way back. And again, the beauty of downloading music. Like I tried to find individual songs and I couldn't. But I did see entire albums that I could download. So I saw Metallica Load, Metallica Reload, Van
Thanks,
Halen.
Napster.
Yeah, dude, exactly. I mean, everything was Kazaa for me. So like my
No, I
family's
got you.
computer was toast all the fucking time. But um but I burned all that shit to CDs and I would listen to it, but it was one single track, so I couldn't skip anything. So my
Oh
only
wow.
option was to listen the entire CD through, and then like trying to find what song is what was such a pain in the ass, but it made me appreciate the album for what it was as a whole because I was like, well, I don't have the option to skip a song. I don't have the option to go back or pick a favorite yet. So I kind of just listened to it on repeat and just let it sink in. And looking back at it, I'm like, that's probably the best way for me to have consumed that. But
Yeah,
going backwards and hearing like I think the first Metallica album that I bought was Kill 'Em All, and I liked it for a little bit. I hate the production on that album. The songs are great, but the production kills me. So, it's not my favorite.
yeah.
But then I
That
bought,
that and Master of Puppets, like I can't get into because of that reason. I'm like, if I'm listening to a cassette, sure, but
yeah.
like I can't.
So after Kill 'Em All, I bought And Justice for All, and I was like, oh, this fucking rips. Like
Yeah,
everything about this is just like it is perfect. And then I find
yeah.
out that like there's no bass and they just completely disrespected Jason on that album. But going from, Black Album Load Reload and hearing no bass, I'm like, well, did they have a bass player? And like that's when I started like learning about the band and shit. I'm like, but he was so prominent on the Black Album,
Yeah,
you know. Every song you heard Newsted on that album.
yeah.
And it was kind of weird to find out like, he was that new where they're like, yeah, we don't need
Hey,
the bass. Like the straight up hazing and shit.
yeah. It
But
was weird. Like joining a band, I was always scared of that because I would watch behind the music and like I went to college for like 2 semesters and I never joined a fraternity. Like
mhm,
I'd never really been on a team and like me and my friends would make fun of each other, but like I was always like, is there gonna be hazing? And like I'd be like, I'm not doing that shit.
right.
Yeah. Treat me with fucking respect, man.
But yeah, dude, the Binge and Purge, the double, I mean they have like what, Seattle and Mexico, I think, were the two live albums on
Yeah,
there.
that sounds familiar.
To hear how they played, like how fast they were playing, I think it was Creeping Death with James's right hand. Like that's where he got that reputation for the fastest
Yeah,
right hand. The all down picking. I was like, how in the fuck is he doing that? And that,
magic.
later, yeah, it's a little magic powder. But man, like live music also does that to you too. Like where
Yeah,
you think like in the moment you're like, yeah, we're locked in. We're right where we played in the studio. And you listen back and you're like, shit, we're so much faster than we were in the studio. And it's like it felt natural because of the adrenaline. But
yeah,
listening to that, dude, I'm like, man, they were on fire at that
yeah.
concert. Absolutely ripped. But
And luckily that little moment's captured
yeah.
and then we can listen to it nonstop until it gets taken down from whatever streaming bullshit we use.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Napster, I don't know how it's still a thing, but they're still around.
Yeah, I think it's like they use it for like office file sharing or something. Don't quote me
Yeah.
on that.
I mean, you can still listen to music, but they're removing a lot of music from it, which,
Oh, okay.
I thought that was the case 30 years ago, but I guess I'm wrong. But yeah, it's cool that we have so much at our fingertips. And before Maximum Metallica was a thing, like all the shit was up on Apple Music and Spotify and whatever. Um, all the demos and shit, like through all the box sets that they released through the years, they put all that shit up there. But it's cool to hear. where the songs began and where they ended up, you know?
Yeah. No, that's my favorite part. Like that's Mudvayne put out the For the People by the People.
Yeah.
I put I took an NSYNC doll. I actually have one of them. It's up there covered in dust. I made a Jim Root and a Chad Gray doll out of JC Chazes, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Like the NSYNC dolls.
Hmm.
I bought it for like $10 and I just mutilated the fuck out of it. But I made a Chad Gray doll and I put it up and I didn't know how to send the information in. I don't know if you have the CD, you
Hmm.
can still find like this picture by image dot underscore numbers. Like, and I was like, no, my name was supposed to be in there. But I was just a kid, like not knowing how to use the computer.
But you still made it on there.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
pretty
in
dope.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have the CD. I might still somewhere, but
Yeah. Do you still have a
you know,
CD collection?
yeah, and no way to
Yeah.
listen to a single one.
Really?
I don't have a CD player. My computer doesn't have a CD drive anymore. My car doesn't have a CD player. I used to have a little Walkman that I kept around because of that reason. I'm like, I don't want to let go of that because I have
Yeah.
hundreds of CDs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no way to listen to this shit. So now it's just collector's items.
Yeah. It's funny because even like DVDs, like I have so many DVDs,
Hmm.
like, but like they just sit there.
Hmm.
Like I took all the DVDs out and put them in binders, so now they take up double the space, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But they're mine. They're my collection.
That's what I have with I mean, with a lot of my CDs. I have a binder that's just packed with
Yeah.
them just to condense. But I have all the cases in a tote somewhere. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm more than certain I had the For the People by the People album. Um,
Yeah, because
I
that had a bunch of demos, and like I'll listen to it and I'll be like, I don't like this. This isn't how it ended up.
when Hurt People came out, a lot of people were talking about Mudvayne again and
Yeah.
how like they loved the debut album LD50, and I'm like, but that wasn't the debut.
No, it
And like
wasn't.
a lot of people were like, yes, it was. And no, there was a whole album before that. And I don't
I
think you're
think
gonna like it, but I'm pretty sure like
because technically the beginning of the end of all things to come, they re-release it after LD50,
Mhm,
but Kill Iota was like an EP, I think, technically.
mhm.
So it's that's the first batch, but then they became Mudvayne after that
Yeah.
because they were just like essentially corn. Like everyone's like, oh, it's Slipknot with Seinfeld bass. Like, no, even though the Seinfeld bass isn't a Seinfeld bass, it's all samples.
Hmm.
But I'm like, no, they're Tool and Corn mixed perfectly together.
Yeah. Mudvayne, it's funny that so many people didn't know that there was a pre LD50 Mudvayne.
Yeah.
Um, but B, the fact that so many people found them because of LD50 and they latch onto it. Even today, kids are finding out about Mudvayne because of LD50. I'm like,
Yeah.
that album really has proven its worthiness in musical
Yeah.
history. Um, I mean, I look back at that as an adult now and I'm like, what a place in time, dude.
Yeah.
Like no one was doing shit like that. Like,
I found out our bassist went to CBGB's, the record release show,
fuck.
and he thought he was seeing Puddle of Mud. And I'm like, dude, that's so bad. And he goes, maybe it wasn't Puddle of Mud. And I'm like, no, it wasn't Puddle of Mud, but like, don't say that.
Right.
Even though here I am saying that. Like he was like, yeah, I got this, like all of a sudden the guy had like silver paint on. It was weird, man. I was like, yeah, but it was great, right? And he goes, because he's more into like math core, I guess I could call it. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like we played with Norma Jean and I've never seen him more hyped.
Really.
And I was like, I love Norma Jean, but like I didn't know you like loved music like this. He
Yeah.
goes, yeah, man. because he's such
Um,
like a I don't know, he's a grizzled vet, so like I can't tell by the expression on his face sometimes. But yeah.
I got to see Mudvayne. The first time I actually saw Mudvayne was at the not LD50, at the Lost and Found release show.
Really?
Yeah, that was in New
At
York City,
what venue? Do you
um,
remember?
Roseland.
So I was there.
Yeah.
I still have all the merch from it. I found a, do I have it hanging up? All of a sudden, I had a cut on my finger, on my middle finger, and I crowd surfed for the first time. And me being the germaphobe, my hand landed in someone's fucking mouth.
Oh no.
And I was like, I have AIDS. And the guy I was with, his name was Scott. He was like, dude, you'll be fine. Just go wash your hands. I'm like, I'm not missing the set.
Right.
And he's like, so stop bugging out. And I'm like, okay. So I'm in the pit. I get knocked down, and I'm just like a little 14-year-old. And I find this on the floor.
Oh shit.
So uh,
That's so cool.
if you bought the CD, I didn't know this, but if you bought the CD, you got to go meet them after the show at Virgin Megastore.
Fuck, dude.
So I'm like, yo, do I go? What do I do? Met all of them, and they were all extremely pissed.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why, but it's because I brought behind this Ozzy is
The poster.
I found this huge poster and they all signed it angrily. I had another poster that they signed, and yeah, they were all like kind of annoyed. Sorry if the audio is bad.
No, you're good.
But yeah, they were all like annoyed, and I'm like, why were they mad? Oh, they're signing CDs. And I'm like, wow, I'm an asshole. I don't care. And
So
yeah, so what's your story? Like, so you saw them then?
I was supposed to see them at MetLife with Metallica,
Metallica,
Limp Bizkit, Mudvayne,
Deftones.
Deftones, yep, Linkin Park. I was supposed to see them there. I was a huge fan at that point. Me and my friends decide that we're going to go to that show with our faces painted like Mudvayne.
Yeah,
So we're decked out. Like I had the Ryan paint, like where he had like the black and red and shit. Um, we walked through the door and we're immediately questioned. We're like fucking, how old were we? 14, 15 years old. And
yeah.
security's like, are you guys in a gang? We're like, no, the band that just performed was wearing the same shit. Come to realize at that show, they're
They
not
didn't
wearing
wear
makeup
makeup.
anymore. So we're getting looks six ways from sideways, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from now, but no, we're not in a gang. We're fucking kids,
It's called
asshole.
Insane Clown Posse.
You
Have you ever
just
heard
don't
of
get
us?
it.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. Dude, I was so awkward. Like, I wanted to do all that so bad, but I was like, people are staring at me already. I don't want to fucking, meanwhile, nobody's looking at me. Like,
So
insecure teenager.
the best part about that, when we walk through the door, they just finished their set.
What?
We didn't even see them in MetLife.
Really?
We were so late to that show. I told my friend's dad, like, he was driving us, taking us to the show, and like, the first band is on, I think, at 3. And I'm pretty sure that was when they went on. And he's like, yeah, we'll head out around 1. I'm like, we're gonna be late. He's like, no,
Yeah.
no, no, we'll be there in time. So we're pulling into the parking lot, and like we roll the windows down, and you get that feeling that like
Yeah.
you're in the live space now. So I rolled the window down, and I just hear like the and like they're playing right now, and we're just
Yeah.
pulling in like we're not going to see them. So
Oh,
we
that's crushing.
we had floor too. So we're walking through the corridor heading to the floor, and we just see them walk off. I'm like, oh,
Ah, dude,
fuck.
I punched my friend's dad in the face. We're leaving at 1. My asshole. We're leaving at 11.
So, same friend's dad. We go to the the Lost and Found
Lost and
show,
found. Yeah.
and we get there on time, and that's cool. It's fine with me. We, saw American Head Charge and Blood Simple, which quickly became one of my favorite bands at that
Yeah,
point.
dude.
Um, and I think Life of Agony was there, and I feel like there was one more. But either way, we got to see Mudvayne at that show. So I was super fucking hyped on that. And then we start hearing like after the show, go to the Virgin Megastore, you get to meet the band. And I'm like, oh my God, we have to go.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it's a school night. I should get you guys home. I'm like, we're gonna meet the band. And it's like
Yeah.
3 blocks away. Like we could even leave the show early to get there. And he's like, no, no, we're gonna go home after this. I was like, dude, fucking weak. So me and my friend are standing outside after the show, waiting for his dad to get the car because we drove in. And out like, behind the venue, American Head Charge is walking by. So, I yelled across the street, guys, great set. It was so cool to see you guys. And, they were yelling back to us and shit. And that was my like moment of the night. I was like, well, we're not gonna go meet Mudvayne, even though it's entirely accessible and so beyond doable. Um, and I was
But
like,
you had to have this pass. They checked everybody.
I didn't know that until
Yeah.
until right now. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Wow, this is a full
Um,
circle moment.
yeah, but dude, they crushed so hard that night. It was such a good show.
They played IMN,
Yeah.
like fucking I go back to that set and I'm like, damn, this is a good set.
Yep.
They played like one of my least favorite songs,
Which one?
Falling to Sleep.
See, I've grown to really love that song,
Dude, that song
but it's
so
kind of
fucking
a
boring.
yeah,
Like it's
especially in a set like that. It's kind of a buzzkill,
yeah. I'm like, don't play that song. I don't care how many views it has on YouTube
right?
or
Wasn't that a part of a movie soundtrack too?
no, Forget to Remember. Man, I can
Oh,
go on
okay.
for hours, for hours.
Um, yeah, dude, I remember like that was one of the first. I mean, it's not the first pit I was in, but it was among the first pits that I was in, and I
Yeah.
was terrified.
Yeah.
I was petrified to go into that. And then like I was with a couple of guys that I was in high school with, and I remember one guy going, "All right, you ready?" I was like, "No."
No,
And he
not at
just
all.
fucking 2 hands on my back pushes me into the pit. I was like, "What the fuck am I
I'm gonna die.
doing?" But I came out, I was like, "All right, that was cool. That was pretty
Yeah.
fun."
I,
And
I'm
then
in pain, but like I'm made of rubber right now, so it'll be fine.
yeah.
That's I was in that pit and I was just going nuts. And I was
Mm,
like I was wearing the Mudvayne hoodie that I just bought because I was like, I'm not losing this.
yeah.
And fucking like I was like, I'm kind of scared, but no, this is fine. Then a dude was like, you want to go up? And that's when I crowd surfed and then yada yada. Just told that story. But yeah.
So I still have the shirt from that night. Um,
Is it them in cartoons?
yep,
Wow, look at me.
yep. The white on black.
Yeah. So
Um,
that night also, I walk downstairs during Life of Agony because I didn't realize who Life of Agony was. And I meet Tim Williams from Blood Simple, Vision of
oh shit.
Disorder. And I'm like, oh shit, man, you guys are sick. And he goes, oh, thanks, man. Like then VOD played, where was the medicine? It was a Old Country Road. It was a place across the street
Hmm.
and they did the DVD of Vision of Disorder, Dead in New York.
Oh,
And I
cool.
went the first night or the second. I forget which one it was. I would have to ask my friend, but fucking meet Tim Williams again. And I'm wearing the Mudvayne shirt of that tour. And I was like, do you notice? Do you notice? And he's like, I don't care. I mean, he might have cared. I don't know. He was in it. He was playing a hometown show with ravenous assholes.
Yeah.
We were like 3 hours early to that show because we needed to go. so
Hmm.
bad. But yeah, that Lost and Found show, that was probably the turning point for me. I was like,
Yeah,
I want to play music, and then no one to play music with.
that's a pretty classic problem, but it
Yeah.
sucks to have that problem.
Yeah.
I was playing music with people at that point, but I was getting much more into like the heavier stuff. And
Yeah.
that was the same issue as I was having, is that like I know musicians, but I don't know people who want to play this, you
Yeah.
know? Um,
Now there's a lot. Like I see a lot of young bands. Like there's this band Liberate that I keep seeing. They just play with E-Town.
mm,
Like and like hearing about the iterations of what they were before, like they're a sick band and I think they're gonna blow up next from Long Island.
mm,
But
I'll have to check them out.
yeah.
Real quick about that Mudvayne show too, by the way.
Yeah.
It's obviously I can't fit into that shirt anymore. It's fucking what 20 years old now. But it was also ripped to shit. So like when I
Oh,
met,
really?
yeah, when I met my wife, she saw how many like old band shirts I had and how much like they were just battle torn and shit.
Oh, are you about
And
to tell me that she made it into a blanket?
hell yeah, she did.
Oh, God, that's awesome. But I told my fiance, never, never going to, I don't care if I don't fit into it. It has to stay the way it is.
So, yeah, she's like, listen, dude, like you have so much of this shit laying around that you haven't worn in like the better part of 15 years.
It's
I'm like,
mine.
yeah, I was like, well, I'm not throwing them out. So if that's gonna
Yeah,
be this conversation, like it's not happening. And a couple of years ago, she told me pick the shirts that you have the most sentimental attachment to. I was like, all right, so obviously I'm not gonna give her like my old fucking Five Finger Death Punch shirt. I'll give her like all
yeah,
my old tour shirts and shit. And yeah, she sent them out. The person cut the front and the back off and like sewed them into like almost like kind of repaired and preserved the shirts and sewed them
yeah.
into a big blanket, but the Mudvayne one is on there.
That's still
The
awesome.
front
You
and the
still
back of
have
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like I in a way, like I'd much rather have it that way than taking up space in a drawer and then
yeah,
eventually it's gonna get thrown out, you know? But like even this shirt, like I'm holding on to this Mudvayne shirt for dear life. Like the
yeah.
fucking there's holes in the armpits and shit, and it's like I don't want to throw it
Is
out. It's a good hangout shirt, but
is that from 2 years ago?
yeah.
Yeah,
When they did their comeback,
with
they
Zombie.
yeah, that summer, yeah.
Oh, you bought that at the show?
No. I bought that
Uh,
for the show.
online. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I bought that one online, I think maybe 3 weeks ahead of time.
I
But you
bought
know,
that one and I ordered it like looked like a dress.
yeah.
So I gave it to my fiance.
Yeah, I bought what I thought was going to fit me as a shirt. And like, I normally, depending on the shirt, I can get into like between a 2 and a 3X. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just go on the safe side here and order 3X. And it fits like a fucking blanket. I was
Yeah.
like, I probably could have gotten away with a 2 on this. And like,
Like, why are you making me feel bad? Like,
yeah, like now I'm self-conscious. I'm like, well, I didn't need to wear a shirt this big. And even now it's like fucking super big on me. But yeah, I mean, I always prefer it baggier than tighter anyway, but that's
sometimes when I order merch online, I'm like, do you know what the human body looks like?
exactly.
Like,
I've ordered shirts before where it's like, yeah, it fits to size. I'm like, all right, so I'll order a 3 just to keep baggy. And it's like,
yeah,
dude, no, this is a 1. Like this is a 1 in any other context of the world, this is a 1X. Like
yeah,
my smallest friends can't fit into this shit.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's even now trying to figure out like merch sizes. Like, uh, women will wear like baggy shirts. That's what's in right now.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of smalls sitting in our merch bin, and I'm like, what are we gonna do with this now? So I just started giving them like my nieces and nephews or any of the kids. I'm like, we're not selling this. Like
Yeah.
nobody wants this right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fashion trend, but
Yeah,
everything's got to be baggy now. And
we're
even so,
back
like
to the 2000s.
hell yeah, dude. I've been waiting a long time for this. But yeah, man, I noticed the same thing. Like I did a really small run of shirts for the podcast, and like I think I sold two. I made them for a festival that I did back in July, and like shirts weren't really selling, but I was like, I'm gonna go from like medium to 3X
Yeah,
because like no one's gonna really buy a small. And like medium, I feel like is even pushing it because most people tend to go for a large as their starting point now.
yeah,
But then in case you run into a guy like me where it's like, yeah, I'm just going to ask you what the biggest size is because it's probably going to shrink anyway. It's like,
yeah,
well, I'm going to accommodate anyone that I can, but like, I don't really want to buy a small, and medium is really pushing it for me because I know the scene too. Like, there's not a lot of
yeah.
small and medium in the metal
No,
scene. But yeah, the two that I sold were like 2X's. So I'm like, yeah, at least I had them to cover it. But now I'm sitting on 24 shirts that aren't fucking moving. So
you'll move them. Just keep doing shows.
it's hard to. A lot of the
Yeah,
time where bands want like vendors at their shows and shit, they want, people that are more suited towards selling something relating to like consumer products rather than like, a podcast. Um, it's hard
yeah.
for a
Like
podcast, but
we ran a show. Washed Up Media is our drummer, and he runs a lot of shows at AMH, and like he'll have
yeah.
like marijuana talk. Um, wow, I'm forgetting the fucking names. I'm gonna look real quick. Harvey's Hot Fried
Mm,
or Hot Chicken Mama. Like we'll usually try to do like food and other shit.
yeah.
Just like, yeah,
Yeah. Um, I mean, I've offered. So if anyone listening to this, if you want me to set up a table at your show, I'd fucking love to. But
yeah, dude.
you know, I get it. It's not something that's necessarily marketable for a consumer in that sense. It's
Yeah,
a
but even
show that
just
you listen
promote.
to, but
I mean, shit. You can even just be like, "Hey, here's three shirts, rip and ship. Let me know if people want these."
yeah.
You can,
I mean, where I saw success at that festival was hot sauce.
yeah,
I made hot sauce for the festival,
that's
and
rad.
I cleaned out of it within like 2, 3 hours. So,
Yeah,
um, the show that I was telling you about that we just signed Ramener on to, I'm gonna do another run of hot sauce for that, but I'm gonna bring out a special fall flavor for that. So,
awesome.
um,
Hot
yeah, that'll be
sauce is
cool.
huge. That's a premium item, as I say.
Yeah.
Like, we have, wow, I should really know the name of all the hot sauce things that we do. But Brian, he was like, I really want to do hot sauce for the band.
Hmm.
Like, it fits with my food and music. So, yeah, now we have Blink One's hot sauce. We have it at the merch table. Come buy it.
That's dope.
It makes our merch smell weird.
That's kind of where I was sitting where I even started doing hot sauce is that I have a culinary background and
Nice.
I wanted to do something, because I saw hot sauce was a hot thing, no pun intended, and in a lot of national acts, they were all coming out with their own hot sauce brands and shit. And like, that would be cool for a small scale too.
Yeah.
So I tried selling with a bunch of locals on that, but only one band signed up. So shout out Monolith Zero. They're the only ones that wanted to hook up and
Oh,
try
yeah,
that
those are,
out. So
they're a bunch of good
um
dudes.
oh yeah, I love those guys, man.
Yeah.
Great band, great guys, and fucking awesome music. But
Yeah.
yeah, I did like a strawberry hot sauce for them. And it came out
Rad.
fucking it was so good, dude. It was
Awesome.
ridiculous. But um
If they have it, I'll have to come grab it and try it.
so we did one run of it, and that
Yeah.
was that was 3 years ago, I think.
Okay. Oh, so it's
Yeah, I
definitely
mean,
gone.
oh yeah, 100%. And if they still have it, they should probably throw it out by now. 3-year-old hot sauce is kind of a no-go, but
Yeah.
Yeah, if they want to do another run of it, dude, I'll print the bottles and shit. I'll, take care of them. But it was a good sauce. It was sweet, but it
Nice.
was it was hot.
Awesome.
But yeah, you know, that's the kind of thing. Like it's hard to do vending as a podcast, but that kind of shit, I'll make it work. But yeah, what you were saying about, t-shirt sizes and all that kind of shit and the Mudvayne shirt, um, trying to tie this back to where we went because we just tangented so fucking hard.
I'm
Um,
good at that.
so am I, and that's the problem. I say it every week. Like someone will say something about like wrestling, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah," and we're gonna talk for 45 minutes about pro wrestling,
Yeah.
which, I'm proud of myself. I showed restraint tonight because we talked wrestling for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
But were you at that Mudvayne show with Zombie at
Yeah.
PNC?
Yeah. I was there.
That was a cool show, man.
It was sick. Uh, my friend Tom thought I was gonna go crazier, and I was like, "Oh, I don't go crazy. I just absorb." And he goes, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "You'll see." And I was like, "Okay." They played this song. Are they gonna play this next? And then they didn't play King of Pain. Oh no, that was the second year when they played Jones Beach. I thought they were gonna play King of Pain, but they didn't.
hmm Yeah,
So
I mean, they played pretty much everything that I wanted to hear at the PNC show.
yeah,
I really wish they would bring out I'm In again
yeah,
because I mean, that shit was fucking crazy when it came out, and
yeah.
it would still go harder to show now. But to hear them still doing Nothing to Gain and -1 and shit, I'm like, all right, they're playing all the shit that I want to hear anyway.
Yeah. That's I'm
But
gonna try to go to Jersey. It's like 2 weeks before my wedding, and I'm
yeah,
like, I'm going.
when is that?
It's October 20 something.
Oh shit, so I won't even be here. I'll be in Colorado for that. But
I think they just played Colorado.
damn, so my timing is all fucked up then.
They aren't playing the full record anymore. It's weird. Like
Well,
they were playing LD50 in its entirety, and then they had to cut it, I think.
for the 25th anniversary thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know. I just want to hear No Forever.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've heard basically everything I need to hear them play live at one point or another. I just need that all in one set, and I'll be so fucking
Yeah.
happy. But I mean, they shy away a lot from really anything post LD50, which I get on the recent tours, like they're playing on the anniversary and stuff. But
I
um,
mean, they played Fish Out of Water.
yeah,
I saw that. That was sick. That Jones Beach show almost got canceled because it didn't do well.
yeah, that show sold like absolute shit,
Yeah.
but they were great.
Yeah.
But it's like it's one of those things where it's like it's not Mudvayne's fault. It's Megadeth's fault for that. Megadeth is not a
Oh
band
no,
that
not
can.
that show.
Oh, different show.
It was their headline. They played
When did they
not
headline?
they headlined Jones Beach and like I don't know, New York like you
This
have to
had
go
to
to
be
the
a while ago.
it was after the zombie thing. They did the psychotherapy tour.
Was I there? Fuck, I don't know if I was there or not.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
A
a good
Mudvayne,
show.
a Mudvayne headliner at the beach feels like something I would be at.
Yeah, like Butcher Babies, Guar, Non-Point.
Oh, then I was not there.
I'm trying to think who else was there. Yeah, I haven't missed them yet. I made the mistake of during the new game not going
Hmm.
because I had work early the next day, and that was their last tour
Hmm.
until they hiatused.
I will admit I didn't love those last two albums that they
Give it
they
another
dropped.
spin.
That's what everyone keeps saying. I mean, like
It's
there was I don't even know the name of the song, but I think it was like track 11 on the self-titled album that like Matt McDonald just opened up with this monster drum fill,
yeah.
and like that stuck out to me. But as a whole, I was like, this kind of feels like they're pushing to fill a contractual obligation rather
Yeah,
than
it
put out
felt a
like a
little
quality
rushed.
Mudvayne.
Yeah. But the songs are there. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
happy with the new stuff. I just wish it sounded a little better, but that's
I kind of appreciate the rawness of the new stuff though.
yeah,
It brings it back to like the LD50 era where
yeah.
it's just like fucking it's aggression, you know. Um, but honestly, I'm just happy to hear them back again.
Yeah, no, that's all I
You know,
want.
I, looking back, it was probably an asshole thing of me to do, but I met Greg and Chad at a Hell Yeah signing once.
Oh, really? Okay.
It was at Looney Tunes, and I think like Band of Brothers just came out, and I was talking it up with Vinnie Paul, and then I got to meet Chad, and I was like, "So, any hope for Mudvayne getting back together?" He's like, "I don't know, dude." And then like, I think by the end of that album cycle, they had fired Greg from Hell Yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
I guess that's not gonna happen. Now I
Nah.
feel like a fucking dick, but whatever. I still
They're
got to
back
meet him.
now.
I was like, yeah, it's cool. I got to meet the two guys from Mudvayne.
Yeah.
But
And Tom Wax Maxwell from Nothing Face.
see, I didn't know that then.
Okay.
But yeah. I was so starstruck by the fact that like it's Vinnie Paul and then Chad and Greg. And I was like,
Yeah.
really nothing else at that table matters to me. But um
Hey man, the guy that wrote Skeletons, that record. If you haven't listened to that record, I just told Rich from Raminer, I was like, listen to this record.
hmm,
Songwriting's phenomenal.
wait, so I have to clarify this now. It's Raminer?
Raminer.
Okay. I've been
Yeah.
calling them Raminer. I was like, if I'm pronouncing that weird, I feel like an S, but
Oh no, I've been calling them Raminer for fucking like 2 years. And I'm like, how do I say it?
guys, if you're listening to this, please clarify.
No, it's definitely Raminer. I punished the shit out of them. I was like, Why? How do I say it? Good.
So, to circle back to Lost Becomes, because we're gonna probably wrap soon. We've been on for I think 2.5 hours now.
Oh
Um,
damn.
so you guys are currently writing, right? You're gonna go back in the studio?
We've been writing this entire like album cycle that we've been doing. I'd go to Westfall and before practice, after practice, any weird weekend where we had off,
Yeah,
I would just go record. We have about like 6 or 7 songs
very
right
cool.
now. So we're just trying to wrap it up. Anthony Lapardo at Westfall is a fucking beast.
Yeah, Lepardo, man, I can't sing praise high enough about that dude.
Yeah.
I mean, on top of being a really good guy, he's also just a magician behind the board.
Yeah.
And Westfall's just been cranking out like high quality, you know.
Yeah, dude.
So kudos to him, man.
Him and
He's
Ray, Billy, they
yeah.
all fucking kill it.
Um yeah, dude. That's awesome to hear that you guys are writing that. I mean, it's cool to have Lepardo a part of your group too. That's gotta be a fucking huge bonus.
Yeah, it's funny because going back to it, we talk about it all the time. Like we'll be staring at each other across the venue, like both disgruntled guineas, like, and then we'll just look and go, "Man, we used to hate each other," and now you're like my best friend. Fuck.
I didn't know you guys had blood.
It it was like over it was over literally just I think the name Anthony. Like he was like,
Really?
"You're not fucking Anthony, I'm Anthony." And I was like, "I'm fucking Anthony."
Dude.
We didn't know, but I was like, "Yeah, I don't really like you either." Just, oh, I'm glad we can meet halfway in the middle there.
It's funny how like two people with the same name will react to certain shit. Like,
Yeah.
and it's always different. Like, you got two guys named Anthony. I guess you guys form a fucking blood feud, and
Yeah.
put two guys named Matt together. They're like, yeah, we're cool. We're just gonna be friends now.
It's always
But
Matt's. They're always friends.
but then if you put two dudes named Jeff in the same room, it's the most obnoxious situation that you'll ever
Yeah.
be in.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I don't know what it is about similar names and personality types, but
Yeah.
it's fucking weird. But so what can we expect off of the new Lost Becomes? Like, where are you guys going musically with this one?
Uh I can't really put a finger on it because like it's still so it's still in the demo phase and like things will change, but like my lyrical content personally, like it's more so talking about like class struggle, I guess, because
Mm,
like everybody's feeling the money pain right now.
yeah.
So, and I like being in the city, being all over, like I'm in Queens, the Bronx, Staten Island, like, and just watching, what can I call it? Like different parts of society. Like,
Hmm.
it's not in a judgmental phase, but like Queens is different from Brooklyn, and
Yeah.
Brooklyn is different from the Bronx. And like, I don't know, being in Manhattan, like, I sat and I thought about like how a rat survives, and like, it's just stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then like I found like other lyrical themes and like I don't know if speaking of fucked up things earlier, like the movie Martyrs. Have you ever heard of that?
Heard of it. I don't have the balls to sit and watch it, but I've heard of it.
It's it's just like the high class looking at the poor and the poor looking at the high class. Like I don't know, it's just a weird thing that we're all going through right now. Like I don't know, the world's yucky. What
Yeah.
can we do? Like, and we're just trying to survive. We're all rats trying to eat. So that's pretty much what I can talk about it now.
Mm.
I'm excited. Like I took a different vocal approach and like Lepardo and I really bounce ideas off of each other. Like I always talk about when you're writing with someone and when you just do like nonverbal communication, it's like,
Hmm.
uh-huh, like that's how we talk now. And it's like we've been working together for 2 to 3 years now. So we just have a rhythm and we just bust shit out. And like I'm telling him to take the lead more.
Hmm.
I'm like, if I'm doing, I should be doing more backup here. You should be in the front. You have an amazing voice. Let's fucking do it.
That's cool.
So it's just amazing. Like everyone probably says it, but like I'm with the best musicians ever right now. Like I want to utilize every tool. Like this could be like we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. This could be the last,
Right.
like the last thing. So and it just feels I don't know, it like being in a band with my friends, like my very close friends, like
Hmm.
it's the one thing I've always wanted and now I got it
That's
and I'm not
awesome.
gonna squander it. Like we say mean shit to each other, but in the end we hug and just say I love you. That's
Right.
all you gotta do. Like I punish the shit out of Lepardo and he punishes the shit out of me. I punish the shit out of Brian, like Gomez, Ageman, like they all get a phone call from me
Yeah.
within the week. And I'm like, what are you doing? Working on something? You loser.
No, you guys seem like a really cool bunch of guys. And I've noticed that just from being around the scene. Um I don't think that I've ever met you in person, and if we did, it's probably in passing, but
Yeah, I'm really bad with that. Again, the no talking, like I'm
yeah.
very quiet and docile before a show.
I know like we have been in the same place at the same time for certain. And especially like, that Slipknot show. You posted a picture from that and
Yeah,
I commented on it. Was like, I'm pretty sure we were sitting in the same fucking section for
we
that.
had to be. Yeah.
Because your vantage point, I looked at a picture I took, I was like, this dude was like in front of me, I think.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man, like it's cool to meet people around the scene and to get to know everybody and see how everyone works, you know. Talking to a lot of bands and a lot of musicians, and it's like there's a lot of personality types. There's a lot of this is how this band works, this is how we do things, and um I'm noticing that it's a lot more like we've been burned from previous bands, and this is the lessons that we're bringing to the table so we don't make those mistakes again.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of bands went through the arguing and the drama and the bullshit, and
The main one that we have, no pay to play.
yeah.
Don't fucking do it. Anyone
Hmm.
listening, do not pay to play. That shit's garbage.
Hmm.
Like I can't like those, I'm not going to say the booker, but those days are over. Where New York was the only ones doing it. Do
Yeah.
not fall into that trap. You don't deserve it. If anything, a hot dog and a handshake, take that.
Yeah.
Not fucking, oh, pay me $200 so I can cover the band that's coming to town.
Brother, $200 is cheap.
You know what I mean.
I would pay the $200 before I had to pay half the shit that I've paid.
Yeah, dude, don't do it. It's
I've
not
I've
worth it.
handed I've handed thousands. There were shows where I'm like, the opportunity's huge, but we paid so much money. And like not even just like outright. Like, obviously we did ticket sales and shit because I'm not gonna pay out of pocket for that. But
No, dude, it's
um
not like it's your art. You're creating it. You worked hard.
yeah,
Sure, I'll sell tickets, but don't give me a fucking. Also, no, I'm not selling tickets. So do your fucking job. You're the promoter.
right. Well
We
that's
run show
how go
we
ahead.
run shows all the time.
Hmm.
Like we don't fucking make people pay to play.
Right.
That's garbage.
I feel like the ticket sale thing I'm more okay with, but at the same time I'm not. Like it has its purpose. I always look
Nope.
at
I won't agree. I will. I don't want to hear the pros. Like, sure, it's helping the promoter get people. Like, if you're a nobody band, have them open. See
Mhm.
how it does. Take the risk. That's your job.
Well, not even from like paying a promoter standpoint, from running like personal shows with like no pre-sale shit. Like basically you keep what you sell.
Yeah.
The retention from ticket shows is higher than door shows because if people have something in their hand, they're more likely to commit to it. So like if it's already paid for and exchanged, I personally have tended to see shows turn out better than if just like, hey, show up, doors are at 6. It's like, well, then they have the option to say, nah, I can't make it tonight. That's when my phone blows up with a million excuses of like, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot, I have this to do, I have a party, I can't make it out, I'm so sorry. It's like, yeah,
Yeah. I
everybody's got
mean,
car problems tonight, huh?
yeah, but I mean, now being in our 30s, like I'll get the text and I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. Like
Yeah,
legit, I have no heat with anyone. It's tough.
yeah,
We played in front of legit nobody out of state to sold out rooms.
yeah.
But you like that's the rep. You got to get the reps
Hmm.
in. It sucks when it sucks, but you're still playing music. Like it's
Yeah. Yeah,
like
that's shitty when you go out of state and you play to nobody, but it's kind of what you have to expect is gonna happen. At least at first,
it
you
happens to
know?
everybody.
That's what you cut your teeth on. That's what you got to
Yeah.
build off of, you know?
But yeah, I don't know. There's a big discussion there. We don't have to have it now. We can sidebar this later. But
Yeah,
yeah.
man. I
Uh
I definitely feel some type of way about pay to play. I feel like that's criminal, and I feel like I won't name who, but I feel like we both know who if I were to say it. Um
yeah.
uh, People have been stealing from bands and not being very honest.
Yeah.
Even though I've definitely name dropped this name before, but I don't want to do that to you. But
Yeah. I try to stay away from it. I'm not gonna name names.
yeah.
I mean, East Coast Collective, I played with them a bunch, like in previous bands, and I think we paid to play once, and I was like, why'd we do this?
Yeah, I've always sold tickets for East Coast. I never minded that because the opportunities I was being presented with. But if it came down to like, yeah, there's no pre-sale, well, there's no ticket sale for this, but you do have to pay this much, that would be no. I would say no
Yeah,
to that every single time.
yeah.
Um, Unless you're putting me on a festival stage with like stacked bands around me all day, like then I'll consider giving you like the $2,000 for that spot. But like
But
even then, it's like,
then it pretty much just comes out to a money thing. Like the
yeah,
best band isn't gonna be there.
right.
Like I don't even get butthurt about that. Like you're the better band.
Hmm.
You got on the bill.
Right. It should never go to the highest bidder, you know,
No.
especially on a local level, dude. Like that's where it kills me. Is that like there's bands that shouldn't be playing on these national act bills that are getting opportunities because they're willing to put money down, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and again, I can't name the name of the band because I don't remember it. But Affiance was in town. I love Affiance. They were one of my favorite bands before they broke up. And there was a band that was playing before them, and I can't remember their name, but they were terrible.
Yeah.
Um,
No, no.
they were here and gone within like 2 years, but um, that night, the singer from Affiance, like he had laryngitis. His voice was shot. He was drinking like honey tea and everything before the show to like try to get it back. And he made it three-quarters of the way through the set, but he's like, we're gonna cut the set short. We're gonna play, our last song, but the band will play. You guys can sing along and fill in the gap. But he's like, I'm so sorry, I can't do it. So this band ends up hopping on stage with Defiance and taking over the microphone and just screaming horse shit into a mic for 3 minutes. And I'm like, dude, this is like their big song, and you're fucking ruining it because you just, for some reason, you were on that bill,
Yeah.
because you agreed to sell a bunch of tickets and like you don't fit the music, you don't fit the style, and now you're embarrassing this fucking national act.
Eh,
It's like, I don't know, you know.
sucks. But I
Yeah,
don't know. That's a lesson learned.
yeah. It should be a lesson learned for quite a few people at that point. The promoter.
Yeah. Eh,
But
it is what it is.
but hey man, if you guys can get away with doing the whole no pay to play, no ticket sale thing, like that's it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Sustain off the music by itself. But I think you guys are gonna be fine, man. I don't have much to worry about when it comes to Lost Becomes. You guys hit the ground running and you've made so much noise in such a short amount of time, you
Thank you,
know.
dude.
Um Again, I found out about the project because Brian started posting shit on his page, and then before I knew it, like people who don't follow Brian are talking about it, and then I find out that like you and Lepardo are part of it, Ageman's a part of it, like it's this growing thing, and now like
Yeah.
you're one of the heavy hitters on the New York scene,
I
so it's
appreciate
like,
that, dude.
well, I appreciate you guys. You guys make some crushing music, and it means something. You're not doing this to speak bullshit. Like I said, your lyrics are out there for anyone who wants to see them. The song's meaning is right in front of your face if you want to see what it's about. There's no bones about it. And like it's such a cool way that you guys connect with people, even if you don't realize the way you're connecting. But you guys are the real deal, and I wish you guys nothing but success. And I think you'll get there. And I can't wait to hear the next thing you guys put out because it's always better than what you put out before. And you haven't released anything bad yet. So keep it
Thank you,
going, man.
dude. Seriously, that means a lot. Like, no bullshit. It's, you know the deal.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes you're screaming at a wall.
Yeah, but sometimes that wall listens, you know.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, man. Music is one of the most fulfilling but loneliest places sometimes. And like
Yeah.
sometimes you're playing it just to play it. Sometimes you're doing it for a purpose, and like you never know how or who it's going to impact. So just know that by something as small as putting your lyrics out there, you've made an impact on me and how I look at your music. Um, I've connected with what you've written. So if it's just me, it's just me, but I promise you it's not just me out there doing it. I think that there's a high promise for this band. And
Thank you.
you've got a lot of backing behind you. You got Sean the Butcher, you got like all these dudes backing you. So keep it going, man. Don't let that momentum run. And I can't wait to see you guys at AMH in December. I will absolutely
Yeah.
be at that show.
Awesome. I can't wait to finally meet in person.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna let you go. It's quarter to 11. It's getting kind of late. So
Can I just plug a few things?
yeah, man. Go off.
December 19th, AMH Long Island. It's us, a farewell fire. I ignite the Greater Us and the Hollow Isles. Is
Hmm.
that how I say their name?
I believe so.
All right, I know how to read. All
That's
right, but
very cool,
yeah,
man.
thank you again for having me on, dude. And we'll definitely shoot the shit soon.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you connecting and all that. Being super cool about everything too, about just, the willingness to come on. It was one of the most easy times I've had booking an interview. So
I'm always around. If anyone wants to talk to me, just message me. I'm always down to shoot the shit.
Well, I appreciate you, brother. I will see you in December. Good luck with everything that you have between
Thank you,
now and
dude.
then. Crush it at Fear Factory. They're an amazing live band. The new singer is great.
Yeah.
But have fun, man. I'll talk to you
Thank
soon.
you, dude. Be well, man.
You too, dude.
That's going to wrap things up for us today. Anthony, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. It was a pleasure to have you and get to chat for a little bit. Lost Becomes is on the rise. Make sure that you get out there and you support these guys. Grab a shirt, get a vinyl or a CD. Go check them out live. Stream their music. Ask where you can buy one of their sick-ass tracksuits. Consume their music. However you do it, make sure that you are consuming it. These guys are always doing out-of-state weekend runs, so when you see them announce a show in your town, go see them live. Lost Becomes is the real deal, and they will always have my full support. While I'm at it, if you are in New York, if you are in the Brooklyn area, get down to Mission Sandwich Shop, owned by Brian Sau, the guitarist of Lost Becomes. Brian's a chef, and a damn good one at that. Thank you again for coming on, Anthony. Come back any time, my friend. Thank you, everybody, for your time and your support. Everybody who listens, all the interactions on social media, who tells their friends to listen. I love you all, and I appreciate you more than my words can ever say. The easiest, the fastest, the cheapest way for someone to support a friend or a family member's business ventures is to just help get the word out. I do this for everybody. Whether it be a new band, somebody's new podcast, like Dan Ferguson's Riff Haven Audio podcast, their endorsements, a baking business, whatever it is, whatever it may be, it takes zero effort, zero time, and it's a good thing to do to help out your fellow person, you know? Share my page, like and share a post, tell your friends about the podcast, about any of the amazing bands that you heard on the show, stream the music you hear on the Top 10s playlist, share the playlist. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. All of that stuff goes such a long way, and it's such a minimal amount of effort that it takes less than a minute to do any of this. Thank you, though. Thank you so much for all the support you guys give me, for all the shares, for everything that you guys do for me. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you again on the next one. You have been listening to the Face of Music podcast. Be well, everybody. Be safe, and I will see you again soon. Peace.